here this weekend. We've had all three games go to overtime so far. We'll see what we have here tonight. As we look at the starting lineups, we're getting ready here. First for the visiting Aquinas College Saints, 1-1-1 record coming into today. In goal is going to be the senior, number 1, Tyler Vanderpool. He's a senior from Holland, Michigan. Continuing on, number 2, Peter Brandenburg, a senior midfielder from Mason, Michigan. Number 8, Matt Lazar, a sophomore midfielder out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Number 12, Manny Ibarra, a sophomore forward from Oxford, Michigan. Number 14, Franco Calabrese, a freshman midfielder from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Number 16, Patrick Beal, a junior midfielder from Granville, Michigan. Number 17, Jesus Corona, the junior midfielder out of Yrita, Guanajuato, Mexico. Number 18, Alex Detweiler, the senior defender from Grosse Pointe Farms, Michigan, had the goal for the Saints yesterday in their 1-1 tie yesterday. Number 24, Aaron Pasteur, the junior defender out of Emden, Germany. Number 25, Luke Larson, the freshman forward or midfielder from Grand Rapids, Michigan, had both goals in the team's season-opening 2-0 victory over St. Xavier University. And last but not least, number 29, Luke Vanderveen, a freshman midfielder from Jenison, Michigan. Once again, the Saints coached by Joe Veal, assisted by Matt Roberts, Sean Downey, and Tim Kelly. As for the Maple Leafs, starting in goal, number 1, Johan Escalante. Along the back line, Ethan Francois Revalier, the sophomore out of Leicester, England. Number 4, Jaden Chupp, the senior out of Elkhart, Indiana. And right beside him, Tevin Jilks. Moving forward, number 7, Ollie Smith gets the start on the wing again to this afternoon. He's from Thirsk, England. Nate Nussbaum gets the start in the middle, the sophomore central midfielder from Mishawaka, Indiana. Andro Famosaya is right there beside him out of London, England. Another player out of London, England, the freshman, number 18, TJ White, gets his second start of the season. His first one came last night. Had a great game, and head coach liked what he saw, put him back in the starting lineup here today. 3 players left. Number 19, Ari Benjamin gets the nod up front. He's from Castara, Trinidad and Tobago. The junior will be playing the lone forward position. Kyle Ramirez-Ingold, the sophomore out of Goshen, Indiana, wearing number 20, will be playing in the central midfield. Last but not least, the left back, Daniel Rosales, returns to the starting lineup. He's wearing number 23, the freshman from Goshen, Indiana, native of Goshen High School. Goshen coached by Aaron Patrick, assisted by Dan Sullivan, Kavor Graham, and Cody Troyer. Maple Leafs traveling left to right here in the first half in their home whites, black shorts, white socks. Aquinas traveling right to left. They're in maroon everything with white numbers on the front and back of their tops. We're underway as the ball is served along to the near side. Looking for TJ White down to the corner. It's just beyond him, but it will be a throw for the Saints deep in their own defensive territory. Brandenburg to inbound. Looking up the line, lofted up, and Famosaya the one to get a head on it, but it's just going to drift out of play. Another throw for the Saints. Brandenburg jogs up the line to retake this one. He'll go up the line yet again. And again, Famosaya there for the Maple Leafs. This time this one stays in play. TJ White settles it down. Ramirez-Ingold there in help as well. Trying to turn up the line is taken away off of his foot by Ibarra. Ibarra loses it to Ramirez-Ingold in the middle. He touches back. Famosaya clears it away. Deflects off of Ibarra. And it'll be a throw-in for the Maple Leafs. Francois Revalier to take. Revalier looking up the line. Benjamin shielding. Hits off of Brandenburg. We're actually going to call a foul here. Bump in the back, so it'll be a free kick for the Maple Leafs on the offensive half. Francois Revalier will be the one to take it. Once again, Aquinas has won the past 5 matchups between these two teams, outscoring the Maple Leafs 13-3 in that stretch. They won last year 2-1. It was the closest Goshen had come to winning since winning back in September 1st of 2009 by that same scoreline. Francois Revalier puts the ball back into play down the line to Famosaya, gives it right back to Francois Revalier, but it's too far in front of him. Dribbles out of play for a throw for the Saints. 2 minutes gone by. No real offensive opportunities for either team. All the possession here on the near sideline, throwing back and forth. Jokes this time. He'll play it back to the middle of the field for Chupp. Chupp takes a touch and clears it away. Almost got a touch on it there was Nussbaum, but instead it's turned over to the Saints. Ball on the near side. Ibarra with it. In towards the center circle. He's triple teamed and loses it. Francois Revalier with it. Touches near sideline for White. Brandenburg there steps over, tips it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Maple Leafs. Francois Revalier to take. Goes back this time to Famosaya, gives it right back to Francois Revalier on the line. He's going to turn back and kick it all the way back to Jokes, back near the 18-yard box. He'll switch the field over to Chupp. Chupp attacks forward with big touches, plenty of space, receives some pressure from the middle, so we'll give it out to Rosales on the left wing. Rosales takes a touch and back to Chupp. He plays up the line. Smith with a touch and a roll over there, trying to get around to second, but he's upended. Great tackle there by Vanderveen. Rosales and Corona there. And I'm going to say last touch by Corona as it goes out of play. It'll be a Maple Leaf throw. Nussbaum within in the middle now. Quick action here from the Maple Leaf, switches the field, but Brandenburg there for the header back to the middle. Famosaya and Ibarra going at it. Ball's then dropped back and played forward. Corona with it now. He tries shielding, but Joke's able to take this one away. It's headed back to Chupp, who clears it off. Brandenburg with it. He's going to drop all the way back to his keeper, but it's very errant, and he's not going to be able to get there. Corner kick for the Maple Leafs on an error from Brandenburg, trying to drop it back to Vanderpool in goal, but unable to do so. First corner kick of the game for the Maple Leafs. And it's going to be Rosales jogging over to the near corner to take. Once again, Maple Leafs moving left to right here in the first half in their home whites. Aquinas traveling right to left in their traveling maroons. Rosales, left-footed in-swinger. Hand is up. Hits it, is lifted high into the air around the 6. Everyone goes up. Benjamin gets a foot on it, but it is eventually cleared away by Calabrese. Now Smith takes it off of his foot, and the Maple Leafs still have an attack going. He squares up, looks down towards the end line, gets around one. Serves into the box, deflected out of play. Another corner kick for the Maple Leafs. This time it's on the far corner, and Ollie Smith will be there to take it. He'll be hitting it with his right foot for the in-swinger. This one into the middle of the box, bounces through everyone. Benjamin trying to track this down. It's going to drift out of play over the end line. Goal kick before he can get to it. Actually, I'm going to say it was deflected off of Aquinas, so it'll be another corner kick for the Maple Leafs. This time they play it short to Francois Revalier. Touches down to the line. Hits one in. This one carries long and drifts over the crossbar. It will be a goal kick this time for the Saints. 3 corner kicks in a row for the Maple Leafs, but cannot capitalize on any of them. We stay tied 0-0 here in the second game of the afternoon. It's part of the Goshen College Classic here. Goshen College, Aquinas College, Holy Cross College, and William Penn University. The 4 teams involved. Ball at the near line goes out of play. It'll be a throw for the Maple Leafs right in front of the bench. Francois Revalier will take. He's going to go up the line, looking for Benjamin. Instead, Brandenburg gets ahead on it for Aquinas. Ball dropped back to the back line, all the way back to Vanderpool in goal. Vanderpool looks to the far side, trying to target Beal. It's poked away from him and out over the far sideline. It will be a throw-in for the Saints. It'll be Detweiler to take. Ball thrown in up the line. Famosaya gets a head on it for the Maple Leafs. Settled down then by Ramirez Ingold. Almost stolen away from him, but he is able to poke it free to Jilks, who then will volley it forward. No one is there, however, and Ibarra ends up with it. Poked away from him by White, but they're going to call a foul here. Foul on TJ White. It'll be a free kick for Aquinas. 7th minute of action here in the first half between Goshen College and Aquinas College. Still no score. Both teams found themselves picking up a tie last night as they took on different opponents. Aquinas College and Holy Cross, tied 1-1, and then Goshen College and William Penn tied 1-1 as well. Beal surfs this one into the box, and Escalante goes up. It's headed just before he can get it flicked on, just before he can get a hand on it, but it goes over the crossbar, and so it'll be a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. Good chance for the Saints, however, unable to capitalize. Escalante in all neon yellow here this afternoon in goal for the Maple Leafs. Vanderpool in all black for the Saints. Ball into the middle. Benjamin fighting alongside Calabrese. Calabrese ends up with it. Now it's going to be lost to Nussbaum in the middle. Has it on his left foot, trying to get around players. Poked away from him. And once again, moving forward, here come the Saints. Speed from Luke Larson moving into the middle. Now flicks down towards the sideline. There's Corona. He chips one into the box, and all the runners are way ahead of it, and it's cleared away. Now with it is Calabrese. He'll drop it back to the right back. Ball served in, deflected right back. Now Ari Benjamin with it. Still on the defensive half, however. Just needs to keep possession for a bit. Goes far side for Smith down the line. He'll do a few rolls, and now he wants to get in the foot race. Gets around one, gets around a second, into the box. Slots it back for Benjamin. He tries taking a touch. Ooh, just headed away from him. More chances for the Maple Leafs, but not right now. Here come the Saints. Larson tries getting it, but Rosales is there. Great defense for the Maple Leafs. Pokes it out. It will be an Aquinas throw-in. Detweiler will jog over to take it. Looks up the line. Larson flicks it on, but it goes out of play. So it'll be a Maple Leaf throw right at that midfield line on the far side. Beautiful day for soccer here from the John Ingold Athletic Complex. Sunny blue skies, a few clouds here and there, but overall great soccer weather here this afternoon. As the Maple Leafs have the ball on the far sideline. Nussbaum working with it. Taken away from him by Ollie Smith for the Maple Leafs into the middle. Finally poked free by Calabrese, and here come the Saints. Vanderveen working through the middle, now drops it off. Pacher will play this one to the left side. Hits off of the hip of Lazar. Poked away now with him. Jokes plays to the middle for Ramirez Ingold. He turns, plays to his left. Nussbaum. Gets a touch right before Larson gets there. Looking to get rid of it. It's poked away from him, however. And now the Saints have it with Corona. Corona back to Larson. He's going to be sandwiched, but it does get rid of it to Calabrese. Calabrese back to Pasture. Ball in the middle. Calabrese up the near side. Francois Valliere will get to this one, however, cuts it off from Ibarra and now has it moving forward. Looks to switch the field. It's going to sail over the head of Smith, and he'll get in a foot race now with Detweiler. He'll get to it first. Smith with his back to goal will drop it back to left back Rosales moving forward. Takes a touch, chips it forward, looking for Smith. Ooh, just past him. And ends up at the foot of Beal. And Beal will clear out away. There's Rosales again for the Maple Leafs. He pitched to the middle for Ramirez Ingold. Heads right back out to Rosales. He'll drop it back to Chupp. And Chupp will switch it over to Jilks. Ball in the middle, Famosaya with it. Pressure on his back, so he'll come near side for Jilks. Jilks touches into the middle for Ari Benjamin, who's checking two, now drops off for TJ White. Swings it into the middle for Nussbaum. Slight mistouch there, but is able to recover, and now plays it out wide for Rosales. He touches into the middle, give and go here with Smith. Smith with it on his foot into the middle, tries touching it, but it's poked away from him by Calabrese. Calabrese now moving forward. Touches out wide for Corona. He tries going up the line, but loses it, and as Chupp knocks it out of play. Ball thrown into the middle for the Saints. Calabrese with it. 12th minute of action here. Still no score between Goshen College and Aquinas College. Right here on 91.1 The Globe. Ball in the middle. Famosaya with it for the Maple Leafs. Tries chipping it forward for Benjamin. It's over everyone's head. It'll drift all the way back to Vandepol in goal. He cannot pick it up. It was touched by the Saints. He'll just easily play it off to Beal. He is right back. Ball in the middle with it now. Calabrese. Looks out to his right, nothing there. Comes back to his left. Now slots it right through the middle and finds Vanderveen. Vanderveen trying to turn. Has nowhere to go, so must drop it back. Ball played eventually to the far side for Detweiler. He'll throw one forward. No one making a run. It's going to bounce all the way back to Escalante, who grabs it out of the air and rolls it out to Jilks immediately. Jilks near side. Francois Valliere. Back to Jilks. Jilks takes a touch and looks to the middle. Now plays back near side for White. Plays to the line, Francois Valliere. Back to Jilks. Good possession for the Maple Leafs. Ball into the middle for Nussbaum. Nussbaum opens up. Now try slotting it through for Smith. Great touch from Smith, but can't quite corral it for a second touch as the Saints take it back all the way to Van de Poel. Van de Poel near side now. Comes all the way to Brandenburg. Left defender touches back to the middle for Calabrese. Trying to come back to his left, met by Ramirez Engel. Does get rid of it to Ibarra, but he is immediately triple-teamed, almost quadruple-teamed, you could say. And somehow the ball squirts free to Corona. Jilks is there to poke that one free as the Maple Leafs get back in recovery. Brandenburg will come forward to take the throw just across midfield line. Ball to the line. Corona tries to turn with it. Jilks cuts in front, and he's just got a great touch from Jilks to evade that slide tackle. Now Francois Valliere touches around to the middle, comes back near line for TJ White. White trying to do a little heel move there, just trying to earn something, didn't have much to do with that one. It'll be a throw-in for the Saints. Brandenburg into the middle. Played out wide, and TJ White is there, so is Ibarra. Ibarra gets the first touch, back to Brandenburg. Brandenburg continues dropping back to the midfield line. As Pasture throws the ball into the box. It's settled down, but Chupp will clear it up. About 5 yards outside that 18 box, and it's settled down somehow again by the Saints. Ball to the far side, Luke Larson with it. Lets it bounce, trying to cut to the end line. Great poke there from Rosales. Larson recovers now, serves the ball into the box. Great job. Ooh, what a save by Escalante. Johan Escalante keeps the game tied, but more Saint attack here. Another ball from Detweiler. This time, the offsides flag goes up. It'll be a free kick for the Maple Leafs. Some more sloppy defense on balls into the box. And luckily, the Maple Leafs are saved by Escalante this time. As the ball got chipped through, no one was there except for Corona, but his volley was deflected off the foot of Escalante and out to the left. Maple Leafs have the ball again along the back line. Jaden Chupp, to be specific. Chupp drives it forward down the left line, looking for Smith. It's going to be overhit and out over the far end line for a goal kick. 15 minutes gone by here in the first half. No score between Goshen College and Aquinas College. My name's Andrew Snyder here on 91.1 The Globe as the closing game of the Goshen College Classic here this weekend. Pasture comes near sideline from Brandenburg. Brandenburg looking into the middle. Corona checks two and drops it off. Trying to take it up the line there was Lazar, but it's poked away from him out over the sideline. They're actually going to say he was the last to touch it, so it'll be a Maple Leaf throw. They go up the line for TJ White. He settles. A great little heel flick to the middle. Benjamin continues it on, but it's picked off there by number 29. That's Vanderveen. Ibarra on the near side. Touches into the middle, working around Francois Valliere. It'll be cleared almost right up here into the press box there by Famosaya. It will be another throw-in for the Saints. Now they're going to have a sub checking in. First sub of the contest goes to Aquinas. It's number 15, Thomas Spratt. He checks in for Ibarra, who will be done for the first half. Ball played forward. Jokes is there waiting for it. Lobs it into the middle, hoping one of his teammates will be there. None are, but Smith is able to recover back and steal that one away from Larson. Ball played long, and Detweiler has it for the Saints. Drops it back to the center back in Beal, all the way back to Van de Poel. He'll clear this one away. Just over half-field line, Jane Chupp goes up for it. Corona flicks it on, and Jokes now has some time with the ball. Ollie Smith with it, far side. Drops it back for Daniel Rosales. Into the middle for Ramirez Engel, still on the defensive half as they switch over to the near side to Famosaya. He'll play it forward across the midfield line to TJ White with space to turn. 25 yards out, 20 out, touches over one into the box. He's now all the way down to the end line, tries slotting it back, and another corner kick for the Maple Leafs as his cross was knocked out of play. The fourth of the game for the Maple Leafs, and none for the Saints so far. Good job from the Maple Leafs to keep the corner kicks. Corner kick tally high. So it'll be Rosales to take the corner on the left foot, near side, so it'll be a left-footed in-swinger. Goshen is When Goshen has more corner kicks than their opponent, they've tied the only game that has happened. Ball into the box. Jokes almost gets a head on, bounce out to White. His volley just wide of the near post. Another good opportunity for the Maple Leafs as they continue to look for that first goal here of the contest. Vanderpool will take the goal kick here. He's actually going to switch out the balls. Didn't think that one was inflated enough, I guess, as we wait for play to resume. Vanderpool finally puts the ball back into play. It's going to bounce about midline, just left of the center circle. Settled down by Rosales, out to Smith with some room in front. Touches into the middle around one. Now down the line to Benjamin. Benjamin back to the middle for Smith. Smith to the near side for White. White into the box. Looking to get to the end line. Gets to it, crosses back in the middle. Benjamin is there, settles down. He flicks it out just wide of the far post. And a goal kick out of all of that. Another good offensive opportunity for the Maple Leafs. They continue to push and push here against the back line of the Saints, and they don't have an answer yet. "26 minutes and change left here in the first half. Ball played short this time on the goal kick to the near sideline. Pastor looks up the line for Corona. Just barely keeps that in play, but right to the foot of Jilks running forward. And he loses out of play to Larson. Francois Valliers throw up the line, looking for Benjamin. He touches to the middle, but no one's making the run. And so the back line of the Saints have it now. Calabrese with it. Swings right side for Detweiler. The right back looks forward. A few fakes. Now we'll play it down the line for Corona. But it actually hits the sideline official out of play over there, so it'll be a Maple Leaf throw. Rosales throw up the line. Smith chests down in the middle for Nussbaum. Looking forward for Benjamin. No one there, so into the center circle comes Pastor with it, and he loses it forward. Settled by Francois Vallier with some time and space. Looking to switch the field for Smith. He'll settle it down into the defensive half. Looking into the middle of Nussbaum. Nussbaum one touch back out wide for Smith. Smith slowing things down. Receives some pressure. Still turns up. Continues forward with it. Smith is doing great today, slotting through defenders, and now is pushed over. Ramirez Ingold with it. Smith slow to get up as he was knocked over there, but the ref said play on. Larson fighting through the middle with it. Vanderveen there as well. Now they get it off. Vanderveen sliding it forward. No one there except for Jaden Chupp for the Maple Leafs. He cuts around one across the midfield line. Serves one into the middle for TJ White moving forward. White settles it down. He's got Francois Vallier on the near side. He gives it to him. Touches to the middle for White. White playing down the near side. Still now out wide for Francois Vallier down the line. Now he's going to cut it back. Serves left-footed into the box. Header bounced straight up. Larson will head it away. Brandenburg there as well, but he's overrun by Maple Leafs again. Famosaya now this with it. Comes back near sideline, Francois Vallier. He's going to take the end line, trying to get around Brandenburg. Great job from the defender to step in front. His clear away, deflected out over the far end line, and it'll be a goal kick for the Saints. .23.5 left here in the first half. Goshen and Aquinas tied 0-0 here. The second game of the afternoon is part of the Goshen College Classic here from the John Ingold Athletic Complex. That ball down the near sideline, out of play, right to the foot of head coach Aaron Patrick. He settles it to his defender, Francois Vallier, who throws it back into play. Ball at the line, Pasture first to get to it, volleys it up. Ramirez Ingold trying to settle it down, plays it into the middle for TJ White. He turns up the line, great touches there. Doing some foot rolls here, continues down that line. He's pushed off the ball by Larson. Larson loses it to Ramirez Ingold. Great job to roll it back into play for TJ White. Francois Vallier's cross into the box, actually more towards the top of the 18. It's headed away. Famosaya puts it back into the mixer here. And now it's settled down in the middle of the field by the Saints. Corona with it will drop it back to the left back in Brandenburg. Back into the middle for Corona. Drops off for Calabrese, spins, plays it forward. Francois Revalier goes up and wins this one for the Maple Leafs. Ball ends up back at the foot of Jaden Chupp. No pressure for the Maple Leafs. Chupp swings left wing, looking for Rosales. It's over his head and out of play. So it'll be a Saint throw-in over on the far sideline on their defensive half. Detweiler looking up the line. Now throws. It's flicked on. And lost over to the Maple Leafs. Smith with it. Moving towards the middle. Rolls it off to Nussbaum. He'll turn. Continuing along the midfield line. Comes near side for Francois Revalier. He'll move forward into the offensive half. Plays it down the line for TJ White. He settles back to Francois Revalier. This time they're going to come back to Chuck. Jokes into the middle. Famosaya. He turns with it. And will drop it off for Chupp. Chupp looks at his options and will chip it over to the far side for Rosales. Rosales settles and moves forward. Into the middle. Squares off for Ramirez Ingold. Comes back right side for Francois Revalier. He'll tack forward into the middle. Tries the hesitation move around one. Has to spin out of it to keep possession. Comes near side for TJ White. He'll touch middle Famosaya. He'll chip it up to the near line. The spin will keep this one in play as Francois Revalier and Brandenburg going at it. Now we've got a flag from the assistant there. It'll be a foul on Francois Revalier. Free kick for Aquinas. 21 minutes left here in the first half. Still no score. Brandenburg will hit this one back into play on the dead ball. Great drive there. Joke steps in front of Corona to win this one for the Leafs. Settled down by TJ White right at the midfield line on the near sideline. A lot of pressure from behind as he loses it out of play. It'll be Aquinas throw-in just in front of that Maple Leaf bench on their offensive half. Brandenburg looking up the line. It's over the head of Francois Revalier, settled down by Lazar. His ball into the box, bounces to the top of the 18, and is settled down by Spratt. He gets it off to Detweiler. His shot deflected, and Nussbaum ends up with it out wide now to Ollie Smith. Smith charging forward, touches up the line for Benjamin. Benjamin turns down the far sideline, touches around a second, keeps the ball in play. Great job from the Maple Leaf forward, and now stumbles over the ball a bit as it's poked away and driven forward. Corona with it. He's bodied off the ball by Jaden Chupp and then spun around. Getting a little bit of a word there from the far sideline official, the assistant. Will be a player to watch here as we move on. No yellow cards issued yet. Did have one in the Maple Leaf contest last night. However, it was to the opponent, it was to William Penn. Ball back in play, Nate Nussbaum with it. Trying to drive to the left side, bounces off the back of Lazar and back over the near end line, or near sideline, I should say, throwing for the Maple Leafs. And with that, we get our first Goshen sub of the afternoon. Brody Knopfsinger will check in for Ari Benjamin up top. Brody Knopfsinger, the junior out of Archbold, Ohio. Ball thrown into the back line. Tevin Jokes swinging along the back line to Chupp. Chupp drives it forward, looking for Smith. Detweiler there as well. Detweiler heads it out of play. It will be a throw for the Maple Leafs. But this time, just crossing into the offensive third. Ball up the line for Smith. Smith just trying to keep possession away from Detweiler. He does win it to the middle for Lazar, but he loses it then to Ramirez Ingold. He'll drop it off Famosaya. Famosaya back to Ramirez Ingold, now near side for Francois Revalier. He chips it up the line looking for Knopfsinger. Great touch from Knopfsinger down to the corner. Working against Pasteur. He's bumped out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Saints. 18 and a half left here in the first half. On the goal kick, we do have another sub for the Saints. Luke Larson will check out as Jack Garnett will check in, the freshman out of Grand Blanc, Michigan. He'll be playing right wing when we'll bump Thomas Spratt over to the left side. Vanderpool knocks this one back into play. Bounces once, then gets a head on it is Francois Revalier. Famosaya trying to settle down, does so, gets it off for Francois Revalier up the line for TJ White. Settles back to Francois Revalier. He's just going to switch the field. Plenty of space over there for Rosales. Now a defender comes, so he'll drop it off for Chupp. Chupp will play it up the middle. No one there as Detweiler settles it down, dumps it off for Vanderveen. Vanderveen working against Famosaya. Gets around him to the right. Now we'll play out to his right winger. That's Garnett just checked in. His ball service into the box, headed away by Jilks. And now Calabrese with it. Calabrese loses it forward. TJ White with it. He'll drive it away up top to Knopfsinger. Knopfsinger can get in a foot race if he wants, but he is shielded off. No call. They're going to say play on as Knopfsinger moves forward. One to beat. And then the goal, and he gets around one. They're going to call a foul, and this time it's going to be on Knopfsinger for a little bit of a bump there, holding his own shoulder. And now he's not sure what. Just needs to get up and continue play. 17 minutes left here in the first half. No score between Goshen and Aquinas College. It'll be a free kick for Ty Vanderpool, the goalie from Holland, Michigan, just outside of his own 18-yard box. Drives this one forward. Famosaya gets his back on it, but it does fall to the foot of Calabrese. Nussbaum takes it away from him, dumps it forward for Knopfsinger. Knopfsinger lays it off for White. Comes up the near sideline for Francois, back to White in the middle. Now to Ramirez Ingold. He tries touching it, but defender read that one perfectly. Vanderveen. Now the ball dropped back for Spratt. Spratt working against Ramirez Ingold, drops it off for Brandenburg. Brandenburg comes forward on the stronger, dominant left foot, looks up the line for Corona, poked away from him by Francois Revalier, and now TJ White back to Revalier, back to Ramirez Ingold in the middle. He'll open up across the field, now drops off for Famosaya. He goes left for Chupp. Ball into the middle now, Ollie Smith turns and lays it off for Ramirez Ingold. He crosses midfield, and now will circle back to the defensive half, dropping it off for Rosales. Ball driven forward. Ollie Smith with it. He loses it out of play. They're actually going to say it was knocked away from him by Detweiler, so it'll be a Maple Leaf throw. 4 subs waiting to check in for the Saints. However, play continues on the Maple Leaf throw as Chupp now has it. Francois Revalier up the line for TJ White on the near side. Poked away from him. They're going to say he was the last to touch it. So it'll be Aquinas throw. And now a plethora of subs. As it's going to, let's see, number 6, Lucas Ribeiro. Number 21, Yanni Demo. Number 28, Sean Bopra. And I believe number 13, Nick Ellingbo, the other one. And then for the Maple Leafs, Calvin Manguna checks in for Nate Nussbaum. Ball at the line. Tevin Jokes will recover this one. He's got time, looks up the line. This one's going to drift out of play. It'll be Aquinas throw. Ball up the line. TJ White with it. Lobs it forward, looking for Knopfsinger. Instead, it's going to fall to Beal on the back line. He'll open up over to the far sideline. Ball driven to the near corner on the left side. Francois Revalier going to shield this one out of play. It will be a Maple Leaf throw. Francois Revalier looking at his options for the throw. He'll go up the line. Smith shielding a little bit, but it is one away from him. Ribeiro with it in the middle. He loses it. Now it's regained by Ellingbo, but Tevin Jokes will sweep it away from his foot. Now Brandenburg with it. He has the left foot. He'll cross it into the top of the 18, headed away by Ramirez Ingold. And now Knopfsinger with it. Will drop it off for Famosaya. Comes near side for Smith. Smith looking up the line. His pass deflected by Brandenburg. Out of play. Maple Leaf throw. Smith has transitioned to the right wing and moved TJ White to the left wing, switching up the wings for the Maple Leafs. We'll see if it pays off here. Famosaya will switch the field back to Chupp on the back line, just outside the defensive 18. Ball up into the middle for Ramirez Ingold. Receives some pressure, so we'll go back to Chupp. Chupp square to Jokes. He'll play into the middle, poked away from him. It's not Bopra, but he slips up on the ball a little bit. Famosaya will chip it forward for Knopfsinger. Settles it down onto his right foot. Chubbs it back to the middle. White with a hit. Oh, it's over the crossbar. Pressure on his back and can't quite keep it down. A goal kick for the Saints. And the Maple Leafs continue knocking on that door, but cannot find the back of the net. Vanderpool will take the goal kick here. 12 minutes and change left in the first half. No score between Goshen and Aquinas College here this afternoon. The first game went to overtime before Holy Cross scored to take the 2-1 victory over William Penn. It's the rationale for the late start here in this Maple Leaf game. Goal kick driven forward. Famosaya and Bopra both there. It knocks off of Bopra out over the near sideline for a Maple Leaf throw. Ball up the line, headed out of play. Another Maple Leaf throw. They'll just move about 20 yards up the field. Famosaya with it. Touches forward for Smith. He lays it off into the middle for Mangunda. Mangunda puts it onto his right. He'll have a hit. Deflect stays in play here. But to the Saints, as Thomas Spratt has it, he clears. His clear falls to the foot of Francois Revalier. Touches into the middle. Lays it off for Ramirez Engel just out front of him. Brandenburg will clean this one away. Maple Leafs will keep it in the offensive half as Chupp looking forward for TJ White. However, that pass picked off. Now Famosaya will clear this one away over, and it's actually going to stay in the 18-yard box. And Vanderpool will come out and settle this one down to his feet, and now picks it up. Vanderpool puts it down. Now we'll drive this one forward. Up to get a head on it there is Ellingbo. Heads out to the far corner where Tevin Jokes is waiting for it from the Maple Leafs. His chip forward finds Ramirez Ingold. He flicks out wing for Rosales. He can't get back to it. It'll be a throw for the Saints. Throw up the line looking for Bopra. He drops it off, and it comes all the way back. Now Detweiler will lob one into the top of the box. Volley ambitious there from Ellingbo. It sails over the crossbar, and no problem for Escalante. Will be a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. Ambitious attack, nonetheless, for the Saints. Escalante looks to drive this one back into play. 9:50 left here in the first half. Ball up the near line. Mangunda flicks it back to Francois Revalier. Now forward for Smith. Smith squares up and is poked away from him. Took a knock. There's no whistle, however. They're going to say get up. Tevin Jokes has it. It's deflected away. Actually, they're going to say no deflection, and it will be an Aquinas throw down the line. Ball into the middle. Ellingbo takes a touch. He loses it to Ramirez Ingold. Ball back to Jaden Chupp now. Chupp over to Jokes. Jokes lobs one forward looking for Knopfsinger. He heads it back to Mangunda, who heads it forward for White. White touches around to the defender, comes near side for Smith. Smith with Brandenburg to beat down the line. Now we'll actually drop it off for Francois Revalier getting in on the action. He'll touch to the middle. Swing back for Chupp. Chupp in the center circle to the left side for Rosales. Rosales on his dominant left foot. He'll turn back to Chupp. Chupp splits the defenders to Ramirez Ingold in the middle. He dribbles back and gives it off to Chupp. Chupp can now switch it over and will to Francois Revalier. He's going to let it bounce and now settles it down. Looking up the line. A little volley to Smith. Smith turns, volleys down the line. No one is there, however. And so Pasture will settle for the Saints. He plays it back up the line. Finds the chest of Ellingbo at midfield. Takes a touch in the middle. Great D. Francois Revalier picks it away from him. The Maple Leafs have it moving forward. Famosaya lays it off for White. Shields the ball a little bit and able to keep it. Mangunda with it now. Now we're going to get a whistle. It's TJ White going to get called for a little bit of a scuffle there between him and Ribeiro. Beal involved as well. It will be a free kick for the Saints. 8 minutes left here in the first half. No score between Goshen and Aquinas. Beal will to take. He drives this one forward. Headed away by Ramirez-Ingold. Brandenburg gets a foot on it and comes to Francois Valliere. See if he can get to this one. He's not quite going to be able to save this one. It goes out of play over the near side. Throw-in for Aquinas. Throw is a backward 1-2 Pasture. Kicks this one in towards the middle. It's flicked on there, but Ramirez-Ingold first to get ahead on the free ball. TJ White clears it away. Knopfsinger tries to flick it on, looking for Smith. Brandenburg gets it, but they're asking for a call. He get a slide tackle from Pasture. Great slide there. Takes the ball away from Smith. And ball dropped back now. Beal with it for the Saints. We'll go all the way back to Vanderpool in goal. Vanderpool drives this one forward. Looking for Ellenbow, but Jokes will win the header. They're actually going to, the sideline official asks for the call. Too much contact there. This will be a free kick about 35, 40 yards out, dead center of the field here. Ribeiro stands over the ball. Lucas Ribeiro, the sophomore out of São Carlos, Brazil. Right foot will chip one. This one's going to sail way over the crossbar, almost into the baseball field. A solid 20 yards beyond the goal. Not quite sure what he was going for there. Nonetheless, a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. Sub for Aquinas, number 5, Carter Crossman, sophomore out of Rockford, Michigan, will check in. It's out for the first half. Thomas Spratt, the junior from Jenison, Michigan, will get a break. 6 minutes left here in the first half. No score between Goshen and Aquinas in men's soccer action. Escalante's kick forward. Lobbed back by Detweiler, and it's going to go all the way back to Escalante in the box. So he trades a goal kick for a punt. Punts this one forward. Knopfsinger trying to get a head on it. It's a free ball in the middle, and Bopra will lob it all the way back to Escalante. He'll get another try. This time he'll drop to his feet and play it off left to Jaden Chupp. Chupp will give it right back to Escalante. That's a little bit of pressure here from the Saints. Escalante drives this one up, looking for Knopfsinger. Gets a push in the back. No whistle. Ellingbo working with Ribeiro. Ribeiro on his foot. Tries chipping it forward. Manguna gets a head on it. And now Ramirez-Ingold has it. Little hesitation move, and Ellenbo's slide knocks this one out of play. It'll be a throw for the Maple Leafs. Francois Rivalliere. Give it back to Manguna right in front of him. Back to Francois Rivalliere. They're going to go to the back line all the way to Escalante and goal. Ball switches field to Jaden Chupp. Chupp looking into the middle. A big hit and finds the chest of Ramirez-Ingold. He turns. Smith is on the outside. Double team tracks back and takes this one away from Ramirez-Ingold. Demo with it now. Demo forced to go backwards. Has to drop it off for Pasture. Pasture goes right side for Beal. Beal out to the right wing. Detweiler with it. 4:20 left on the clock here in the first half. Vanderpool with it. Some pressure here from the Maple Leafs moving forward. Brandenburg. His touch is a bit big. Ball free in the middle. Ramirez-Ingold will claim this one for the Leafs. Ball, Mangunda with it. He squares up looking for TJ White. Mishits it a bit. And Beal tries to clear it away. He mishits it a bit too. Lobs up in the middle, and Ribeiro will settle it down for Aquinas. Back to Detweiler on the right wing with about 10 yards of space around him. Plays it in for Demo, who will drop it off for Beal. Beal back to Vanderpool in goal. Beal with it now. Demo. Demo's left-footed ball is deflected a bit. Francois Rivalliere will be able to get to this one. He's actually going to let it run out of play. We'll see if it was actually deflected or not. They're going to say it wasn't. It'll be a Maple Leaf throw, and they're going to give it back to Escalante. He can't use his hands, so has to just chest this one and punt it away as he immediately, Ellenbow is there for some pressure. Comes out over the near sideline for a Saint throw. 3:14 left here in the first half. No score between Goshen and Aquinas. Brandenburg's throw into the box. Ellenberg tries to flip it up, but Jokes settles it, chested, and gets it out to TJ White. He's coming up the middle. A foot race here. TJ White moving forward. Gives it forward for Smith. Smith down the near line. He has to drift out wide, so we'll have to serve this one into the box. Does that. It's towards the far post. It's over the head. Knopfsinger going out trying to get it. It's cleared away quite sadly, but right to the foot of Bopra for the Saints, who then clears it forward for Ellenbow. Ellenbow working against Chupp. Chupp wins that one. And now Ramirez Ingold with it. Plays square to the center circle for TJ White. Looks forward, comes near side, Francois Revalier. He moves up the line. Now he cuts into the middle. Still has some space. Hits one in with the left foot. It's on goal, but Vandenpoel is there waiting for it. And he gets the save. 2 minutes and change left here in the first half. Goshen College and Aquinas College men's soccer going at it in the final match of the Goshen College Classic here this weekend from the John Ingold Athletic Complex. Ball bouncing around in the middle. Finally, the Maple Leafs will take the ball out as Tevin Jilks has it. Comes up to the near line looking for Smith. Brandenburg actually going to get a head on it, but Smith will be the one to settle it down. Gets it off for Mangunda in the middle. Mangunda drops back for Chupp in the center circle. Plays it forward for Famosaya. He chips it out to the far wing, looking for Rosales moving forward. He gets around the defender. And now we're going to get Rosales is going to be called. Too much pressure there. It is a foul. It will be a free kick for the Saints. Detweiler will put this one back in play. 110 yards away from the goal. He lobs it towards midfield. Ramirez Ingold gets a head on it. Great job going up for that one. Free in the middle, and Knopfsinger will head it to Mangunda. Mangunda near side, drops it off for Francois Revalier at the midfield line. To the near side for Smith.
1 minute remaining.
Smith takes a few touches. Great nutmeg there from through Brandenburg, but his touch to the middle is a little off as Pasteur heads it away. Francois Revalier will settle down, moves up the line. Double team, gives it off for Smith. Smith with 40 seconds left in the half will serve one in towards the box. Knopfsinger gets a chest on it and right to Francois Revalier. He'll settle. Has it on his left. Lobs towards the far side of the box. TJ White is there. Can't quite settle it down. Now has it. Drifts towards the end line. Turns back towards the middle. 25 seconds. Lays it off for Ramirez Ingold. He'll have a hit. It's over the crossbar. 20 seconds counting down here left in the first half. And the Aquinas can more or less run out all of that time as Vandenpoel taking his time retrieving the ball and settling it down only with 10 seconds left as he steps back to ready his approach. Chances are he most likely now takes the kick with 3 seconds left. And there the clock expires. First half of action through here. No goals for either team. As through 45 minutes of play, Goshen College and Aquinas College deadlocked in a 0-0 tie. Coming up during the half, we'll talk about what we saw here in the first half. Good options, good opportunities for the Maple Leafs, but can't quite capitalize. We'll talk about that and what the Maple Leafs need to do moving forward to the second half to guarantee a victory. We'll also look at scores from elsewhere around the league. All of that coming up here on 91.1 The Globe, your home for Goshen College Athletics.
Team of coaches and administrators that just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The death of someone close can be a devastating experience for anyone, let alone a child. Ryan's Place understands how the death of a loved one can affect a child and provides support at no cost to both children and adults who are grieving. They understand and they want to help. Ryan's Place is located at the Goshen City Church of the Brethren on 203 North 5th Street. More information is available at ryansplace.org.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
Programming on 91.1 The Globe is brought to you in part by Goshen Art House. Art House provides audiences and artists with a creative venue for film, performance, and exhibits. Art House also offers limited release, critically acclaimed films, as well as theme-based Monday night movies, late night features, and family matinees. Art House is located on the second floor at 211 South Main Street in downtown Goshen. More information and event scheduling available online at GoshenArtHouse.com or on Facebook at Goshen Art House.
When Dad needed help getting around, I became his driver. Soon enough, it was up to me to be his housekeeper and financial manager, too. When he moved in, I became his cook and even his nurse. But no matter what roles I play, I know I'm still his daughter.
We understand the roles you play. So to help, we created aarp.org/caregiving, where you can connect with experts and other caregivers. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The Deep Roots Mountain Revival Festival is coming to Marvin's Mountaintop in Masontown, West Virginia. This festival will feature some Globe favorites such as Fruition,
I've been missing your face lately.
Marty Stewart and the Fabulous Superlatives,
It was a name.
Blackberry Smoke, and many more. This will last from the 15th to the 18th of September, so you can enjoy 4 days filled with great music. Any information can be found at mountainrevival.com.
Welcome back to the John Ingold Athletic Complex, home of the Goshen College Maple Leafs. This afternoon, the Goshen College Classic as the Goshen College men's soccer team hosting Aquinas College in the last game of the Classic here this afternoon. 0-0 the score here through the first 45 minutes. Neither team able to find the back of the net. The Maple Leafs with plenty of opportunities. Looking at some stats from the first half. 5 shots for Aquinas, 1 of them on goal. The Maple Leafs had 7 shots, also with 1 on goal. Maple Leafs committed 6 fouls. Aquinas committed 3. TJ White leads the Maple Leafs with 2 shots. Johannes Galante credited with 1 save so far this contest. Looking at some other statistics, all 4 corner kicks from the first half went to the Maple Leafs. Aquinas still searching for that first kick from the corner yet this game. As we move through the halftime, the reserve team being recognized here at the home contest. A combination of players from all classes who looking to improve from the reserve squad up to the varsity squad at some point in their career. Others looking just to play soccer and help other players within the program improve to the level of excellence needed to play at the varsity level. In future years, you could be hearing some of these names as they look to continue their Goshen College soccer careers. Looking at some scores from elsewhere around the Crossroads League coming in today. Mount Vernon Nazarene hosting Siena Heights, and the Cougars winning 3-2 right now. The Mount Vernon at home, that's over near Columbus, Ohio. Indiana Wesleyan hosted Judson earlier this afternoon and picked up the 3-0 victory at home. Bethel College and Purdue University Northwest, the pride of Purdue Northwest, winning 1-0 right now. Marion hosting Southeastern, no score reported on that one. Goshen and Aquinas deadlocked at zeros right now. And then later this evening, Taylor will host Olivet Nazarene. That was set for a 6 o'clock kickoff. No score reported. Then Indiana Tech hosting Huntington and Grace hosting Bluefield. Both of those games set to kick off here in about 45 minutes at the top of the hour. Those are the scores from the rest of the Crossroads League. The Crossroads League starts in just a few weeks for the Maple Leafs as they lead off things when they travel to St. Francis on the 24th of this month. That game's a 7 p.m. kick down in Fort Wayne to kick off their Crossroads League season. They then have a 3-game homestand against Bethel, Huntington, and Marion before back on the road at Spring Arbor and Taylor, and then wrapping things up with Mount Vernon, Nazarene, and Indiana Wesleyan at home before a trip to Grace late in October. And then hopefully we'll see the Maple Leafs get into the Crossroads League quarterfinals and the rest of the tournament as they aspire to move towards that national tournament in November. About halfway through halftime here. Once again, Goshen College and Aquinas College tied at 0 apiece. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll transition into looking at what the Maple Leafs need to do to get ready for the second half and pick up the victory here. All 3 games of the Classic so far have gone to overtime. We'll see if we get a 4th here this afternoon. All of that coming up right here on 91.1 The Globe. Your home for Goshen College Athletics.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
The Window has been providing charitable services to Goshen residents since 1967. Located downtown on Main Street, The Window is home to Katie's Kitchen, providing free hot lunches every weekday. Once a month, patrons can visit the pantry for food and hygiene items, and the clothes closet is open every Thursday for those in search of gently used items. For more information on how you can donate or volunteer, visit thewindowofgoshen.com or call 574-533-9680.
I missed a mortgage payment, but now I'm turning things around. With Sam, I can.
Sam is Smart About Money, a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money at samican.org.
Business has fallen off at work, but I'm getting prepared for whatever the future holds. With Sam, I can.
Get empowered. Reach your financial goals. Visit samican.org.
Why would someone with a successful career in a big city move to Goshen, Indiana and stay? Why are teachers going above and beyond their means to teach students skills like gardening or computer coding? Why does our downtown have one of the best selections of authentic international cuisine in the Midwest? Find out for yourself at goodofgoshen.com. The Good of Goshen tells stories about people who reflect Goshen's generous character and how they're helping Goshen thrive. Learn more at goodofgoshen.com.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I did the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Ignition Music Garage is a local independent record store containing new artist releases on vinyl and compact discs. New and used speakers and turntables are also in stock. Ignition Music Garage is a popular concert venue located on 120 East Washington Street in downtown Goshen. Ignition is open Monday through Wednesday from 10 to 6 and Thursday through Saturday from 10 to 8. You can find them on the web at ignitionmusic.net or by phone at 574-971-8282.
Back at the John Ingold Athletic Complex here on 91.1 The Globe. My name's Andrew Snyder as we get ready to kick off the second half of action between the Goshen College men's soccer team and the Aquinas College Saints here as the closing game of the Goshen College Classic this weekend. Four teams, the two we have here today, as well as Holy Cross and William Penn University, all getting in two games. Goshen took on William Penn last night, ended in a 1-1 draw. Aquinas took on Holy Cross, ended in a 1-1 draw. Then this afternoon, Holy Cross and William Penn went at it, the other two teams, and regulation ended in a 1-1 draw. Lots of 1-1 scorelines, however. Earlier game here this afternoon was the first to see a second goal for either of the teams as Goshen as I believe it was Holy Cross found the back of the net. It was Sadler for the 2-1 win. Looking to the second half, Goshen has done a good job controlling balls into the box, which is a key to the game brought up in the pregame show. They're doing a good job, but we'll see if they can continue it. You need to play a full 90 minutes of soccer, or sometimes even 110 if the game goes into overtime, to control what happens. We'll see what they can do on the offensive side. Plenty of opportunities, again, getting those wingers into the attack. Francois Rivalier moving down the right side, Daniel Rosales on the left. It allows Smith and White to get into the center. We've seen numerous opportunities for both of those midfielders. We'll see if they can continue creating and maybe find the back of the net with one of them here in the second half. As we get ready to go, still about 4 minutes left on the halftime clock. Have been Aquinas already out onto their half of the field, ready to go with their second half starters. The Maple Leafs over on their bench, getting last minute words from head coach Aaron Patrick. Once again, Goshen will be traveling right to left here in the second half. Aquinas moving left to right. Goshen in their home whites, black shorts, white socks. Aquinas wearing all maroon, except for a white strip across the shoulders and white numbers and letters. The goalies, Escalante in goal for the Maple Leafs in neon yellow with black shorts. but does have the neon shoes as well to go alongside that. As for the Saints, in goal, Vanderpool is in all black. 3 minutes left here in the halftime show. As we get ready to go, we're going to take one more quick break. When we come back, we'll reset with the starters and get the second half underway right here on 91.1 The Globe, your home for Goshen College Athletics.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Whether you love to read, enjoy a board game with family and friends, or celebrate the arts, Better World Books is a place to explore. Located at 215 South Main Street in Goshen, Better World Books is a community bookstore and cultural destination. Better World Books features new and used books and textbooks, as well as board games, card games, local art, apparel, children's toys, and literary gifts for every occasion. Their phone number is 574-534-1984. Better World Books in downtown Goshen. On Facebook at Better World Books Goshen.
Back at the John Ingold Athletic Complex, both teams back out on the field as we get ready to get underway here in the second half. No score, 0-0 here between Goshen and Aquinas College, wrapping up the Goshen College Classic here this afternoon. Some changes for the Maple Leafs here heading into the second half. Spencer Ashelman will be joining the team on the field for his first appearance here tonight. Also making his first appearance is number 3, Darwin Obando, who will be playing right back. As we get ready to get underway, Ashelman will be sitting in the midfield. As for the Saints, Vanderpool in goal, Detweiler on the right wing, Beal and Pascher in the middle, and Brandenburg on the left back. Ibarra back in at the right midfielder position. Into the center, we see Calabrese and Corona. And out way on the left is back. Smith on the right wing, Obando on the left wing, Ashelman, Famosaya, and TJ White in the middle. Nate Nussbaum playing up top to start the second half for the Maple Leafs. It'll be Aquinas ball moving left to right as we get underway. They drop it back and play out to the left wing in Brandenburg. The Maple Leafs moving right to left here in the second 45. Ball down the line to Larson. Continues it down the line looking for Lazar, but it's too far behind him. And Jilks now has it up the line for Smith. Touches to the middle just behind Ashelman. And the Saints regain possession. Beal with it. They're going to go all the way back to their 18, and their keeper, Vanderpool, now gives it off to Beal on the right side. Comes all the way to the near sideline for Detweiler. Back to Beal, and he'll clear it forward right to the head of TJ White. His header just over the head of Ashelman. And Calabrese plays it to far side for Larson and the Saints. Larson turns up line trying to get around Francois Valliere. However, the defender is not phased, and he pokes it free. Smith will keep this one. It slid away from him. It'll be a Maple Leaf throw. Great job from Smith to track back and earn the possession for the Leafs. Francois Valliere throws it into Tevin Jokes. He'll play square for Jaden Chupp. Chupp can continue the swing all the way out to Rosales. Instead goes middle for TJ White. Slow rolling ball. White lets it continue on. Now comes near side for Rosales. Rosales looks to the middle, goes down the line for Obando. His touch is a bit errant, and Detweiler clears it away off of Obando and out for Aquinas throw-in. Detweiler will take the throw. Goes, lofts it up the line, bounces once, then is settled down by Lazar. He continues it down the line, and now we've got a foot race. Famosaya there, so is Jokes. And Vanderveen is actually the first to get there for Aquinas. He has it on his foot now. Tries splitting two defenders, loses it to Rosales, then pokes it out of play off of... Actually, no, last touch by Vanderveen. It will be a Maple Leaf throw. Rosales looking up the line for Nussbaum, but Detweiler is there, and he's going to get called for tugging on Nussbaum. It'll be a Maple Leaf free kick, and right in front of that Aquinas bench, head coach Joe Veal not too happy, but it will be Maple Leaf ball nonetheless. Going to play it short, and Chupp with it. Switches the field over to Jilks. Jilks back out to Chupp. Chupp over to Jilks. Now Jokes will just play this one away up the middle. Ashelman with a chance to head it on. Nussbaum goes and flicks it one more time. Now TJ White moving. Just flicked away from him by Beal. Now Obando moving where it gets to White. Poked away from him. Now down the left side. We'll see. No one's going to get to this. It rolls over the end line. Corner kick for the Maple Leafs. Their first of the second half, fifth of the contest. It'll be on the left, near left corner. And Ollie Smith stands over the ball to take. It'll be a right-footed in-swinger here. Hits this one low towards the near post, and it's cleared away by Beal. Rosales settles back out towards the corner for Smith. Takes a touch, and he was offside. Didn't get back in on time. It'll be a free kick for the Saints. Beal plays it quickly up the near line for Ibarra. Ibarra turns up line. Trying to do a move to the middle, but he's met there by Obando. Comes back to the line. Plays it off of Obando and out of play. It will be a throw for Ibarra. Immediate throw up the line looking for Lazar. His flicks to the middle, finds Vanderveen. Tries giving it back to him, but Jokes is there. Clears to the near sideline for Rosales. Can't keep it in play. It will be a throw for the Saints. Ibarra to take. Goes into the middle for Corona. Right back out to Ibarra. Fakes the cross. Still has it on his right foot. Poked away from him by Obando. It'll be another throw farther down into the corner. Detweiler's throw is headed up by Rosales. Swings and misses on the first clear. Gets it on the second try. It's over the head of Beal and bounces into the offensive half for the Maple Leafs. Aquinas has to play it all the way back to their keeper, Vanderpool, in goal. Comes out to the near line for Beal. Slide tackle from Nussbaum. Flicks that ball up. Beal clears it away up the line, but can't keep it in play. It'll be a Maple Leaf throw. Great pressure from Nate Nussbaum. And the student section here letting him know they appreciate his work. White flicks that one on, but not hard enough, and Corona ends up with it. His ball in the middle, loses it to Famosaya. Famosaya just going to keep possession, plays it off back to Chup. Chup working through the middle, now just going to get rid of it. Smart move there from the center back, gives it off to Chup. Plays it back to the far side for Jilks. Jilks settles it down. Splits two defenders and gets to Smith. Plays it out to the wide for Francois Valliere. Looking up the line, no one making the run. Both potential players went check two instead of going line. Nussbaum still in pursuit down that far line. Running against Pasture. Pasture ends up on the ground, but the play continues. Gets up and now loses it over the sideline. Actually, we're going to have a flag stick saying brushed off of a Maple Leaf, and it'll be an Aquinas throw. Players not quite in agreement with that, but nonetheless, play continues. Brandenburg's throw up the line. Lazar tries flicking it on to Vanderveel. He loses it to Famosaya instead. Famosaya slots it forward for Ashelman. Ashelman out wide looking for Smith. Flicks it up over Brandenburg. Gets around another and goes to the ground. There's the free kick for the Maple Leafs. 39 and change left here in regulation. No score between Goshen and Aquinas. The closing game of the Goshen College Classic here this weekend from the John Ingold Athletic Complex. Francois Valliere stands over the ball for the free kick. They're going to serve this one. It's hit in towards the top of the box, headed away by Calabrese, and then on by Beal. Jokes will run and let this one go. All the way back to Escalante in goal. A little bit of pressure here, so he's going to have to get rid of it right away. Ball to the near side. Ibarra goes up for it and heads it, and they're going to call a foul on Obando for a little bit of a bump from behind. Head coach Aaron Patrick not too pleased about that one. Would have been a Maple Leaf throw. Instead, it's an Aquinas free kick. Beal to take the free kick. Approaches and drives this one forward. Chup and Lazar go up. Chup gets ahead on it. TJ White ends up with it moving forward. Now gives it off for Obando. Moves into the middle. Touching it back. Gets around two defenders there and now has to run over and keep the ball. Gives it off to Nussbaum. Nussbaum's the ball forward. Smith is offsides. Nonetheless, the ball goes back to Vanderpool. And now we're going to get the whistle. It will be the offsides, will be the call here. So it'll be a free kick for the Saints. Vanderpool will take and lifts it up. Lazar the first to get a head on it, but it goes the wrong direction. Played back in by Detweiler. Now Chupp clearance through. Gets it off for Jilks. Jilks a little hesitation. Now lays it off to his right back. And Francois Revalier, he'll just clear it up the line. Nussbaum and Ashman both there. We'll see what the pair of sophomores can do here. And Nussbaum earns a free kick, or throw-in, for the Maple Leafs. They're going to wait, let the team move forward. Francois Revalier will be the one to come up and take it. Ball into the middle. Smith with it. His pass deflected back to Famosaya. Chips it up the line. No one there. Luke Larson with it for the Saints. Lays it off for Brandenburg, who lobs it forward. Joke volleys it back towards the middle. Calabrese settles it down. Poked away by Ashelman right to Nussbaum. Lays it off for Ashelman. Flicks it up over a defender. Gets around Calabrese, but is poked away on the slide. And there's the whistle. He flicked his heel at the end there. That's a dangerous slide tackle. It was safe until that little flick at the end. So it'll be a free kick for the Maple Leafs. 35 yards out. About the near side post extended up towards the middle of the field. See what the Maple Leafs do. We've got a three-man wall guarding that near post. Obando and Rosales standing over the ball. Obando looks like he'll be the one to take it on the left foot. Lobs it in towards the box. Bounces up. Header by Ashelman. Settled again. Still bouncing around. Still rolling in the box. Nussbaum pokes out wide for Francois Revalier, and the Maple Leafs with a chance for a cross. In comes the ball. Ashelman up with a head. It's going to stay in play. We'll see Rosales. Can he get there? Can't quite keep this one in play. It goes out over the end line. Will be a goal kick, but good opportunity for the Maple Leafs. But no goal to show for it. 35 and a half minutes left here in regulation between Goshen and Aquinas. Goal kick played short. Pasture with it now. Keep it on the far side of the field. Lays to Calabrese in the middle. Calabrese goes up line looking for Larson. He chests it down and is immediately double teamed by the Maple Leafs. Has to drop it back to Brandenburg. He plays it forward this time. Vanderveen gets a foot on it. And then Corona will chip it forward looking for Lazar. But Chupp swings through and clears this one out over the side. It'll be a throw-in for the Saints. Lazar a bit slow to get up there, but is back on his feet. And so now play can resume. Looking like a long throw here from the Saints. It'll be Larson who has the ball in his hand. Lobs this one into the box. A lot of spin on it. Settles down to Jilks. He'll play it right back where it came from and will reset the whole thing. Another throw for Aquinas. Larson to take again. Ball into the box. This time Jilks gets it, settles it down, and then Ashelman with it in the middle will play it out the left side for Obando. Foot race here. Obondo's going to get to it first. Has it on the left foot. Cuts into the middle. He's spun around. There's a foul. Again, Calabrese with that's the second foul in a row committed by the central midfielder. About the same distance, however, this time it's about the 18-yard box extended about halfway towards that midfield line here. The near side of the 18. Obando an option down the line. Dana Rosales standing over the ball now as the referee marks off the yardage for the one-man wall. Rosales looking to put this one in the box. Tevin Jilks, you have to imagine, is the target. However, it doesn't quite get there, and Larson will play this one out. Famosai with it. Defender on his back. Somehow pokes it free to TJ White. Goes right side for Francois Revalier. He chips it up into the box. Detweiler heads it back to the middle. TJ White will try to settle. Great job from Corona to sneak back and win this one for the Saints. Saints across the midfield line. Vanderveen with it. Still in the center circle. Will drop it off for Calabrese. He'll swing the left side. Looking for Ibarra. Ibarra splits two, but is met by two more defenders and can't get through them. Ball played up the middle. Obando with it. Obando turns some pressure from behind. Switching the field. It's a foot race now between Smith and Brandenburg. Brandenburg will get there and just play it out of bounds for a Maple Leaf throw. Probably the right move considering all of the great moves we've been seeing from Ollie Smith so far today and this entire season. Famosai with it off the inbound. Chips it up the line for Francois Revalier into the middle for Smith. Smith settles back down the line. Francois Revalier. Slide tackle cross. is deflected right out of play on the far sideline. We're going to say it's a throw down by the corner flag. Here as we dip towards 32 minutes remaining in regulation. Francois Valliere throws it back towards Ollie Smith. Trying to get down to the end line. He's double teamed by Larson. And then going to get called for a jersey tug there. So it'll be free kick for Aquinas pretty much as far back as possible. So no offensive opportunities, or at least no goal scoring opportunities off of this kick immediately. But a chance to move the possession further up the field. Brandenburg lobs this one up near the center circle. It's headed away. Ashelman with it now. Calabrese takes it off his foot to the left side looking for Larson. Larson turns to the sideline. Foot race between him and Francois Valliere. And the defender wins out. And now Tevin Jilks with it. Jilks drops back for Escalante, who will boot it away. Goes about straight up. TJ White flicks it on. Nussbaum with a good shield and then plays it forward for Obando. Foot race here, but Van de Poel will come outside of his box to clear this one straight into the middle. Takes a bounce. TJ White trying to settle it. And he's going to get called for a foul there. Too ambitious with the legs. So in the center circle, about 2 yards forward from the center mark, it'll be a free kick for the Saints. Beal will be the one to take. Definitely can put this one into a dangerous spot there in the box. Ball played forward. Escalante comes out to grab this one. Great job from the keeper. And his punt is blocked, and now we're going to get a whistle. Stoppage of play. And Corona's going to get talked to. It's just going to be a free kick for the Maple Leafs right on the edge of the box. Escalante will play short to the right side for Francois Valliere. And gives it right back to Escalante in the box. Out to the left side. Driving it forward, looking for Smith, but it's left a bit short and goes out of play. It'll be a free kick or a throw-in for the Saints. Brandenburg up the line. Looking for Larson, but Jilks is there. Jilks clears it forward right to Ashelman. His touch is a bit big, but he does win it back anyway. Smith with it. Touch to the middle for Ashelman. Ashelman continues to the middle for Nussbaum. Plays up that far line, looking for Smith. Pasteur going to play it all the way back to Van der Poel. He is immediately pressured, must play it out over the far side. Larson settles it down for Corona. Corona across the midfield line. Touches to the middle for Lazar. Lazar up to Vanderveen. Vanderveen back to the Lazar. Slots one through for Ibarra, but he's shielded off by Chupp, who plays it over to the far side. Francois Valliere will keep it in play. Plays it off of Larson for a Maple Leaf throw. 29.5 left here in regulation. No score between Aquinas and Goshen. A substitution for the Maple Leafs. Brody Knopfsinger going to check in, and Ollie Smith going to be the player coming off. Substitutions work a bit differently in the second half. You can be on the field, come off, and return once more. Be on the field at 2 separate times there in the second half, as opposed to only 1 in the first half. So Smith can return still here in the second half, should Coach Patrick want him to. Throw up the line, chested out by Brandenburg, and the Maple Leafs move forward. Once again, Maple Leafs traveling left to right here in the second half. Aquinas left to right. Ball up the line, looking for Knopfsinger. It's flicked on by Pasteur, trying to get it back to their keeper. Knopfsinger applying a lot of pressure. They're just going to have to play it over to the far corner flag. No one going to get there. It's going to be a Maple Leaf throw right next to that flag. Francois Valliere will jog all the way forward from that back right position to take this one. Now we've got a stoppage of play as it looks like Pasteur is down. Not sure if this is cramping or something a bit more serious. The clock has been stopped at 28:01 here left in the second half. However, now the medical trainer being issued onto the field. Now Pasteur is up and gingerly walking over towards the bench. And now both teams are going to head over to their bench, get a little bit of water before we resume action here in the second half. Once again, Goshen and Aquinas wrapping up the Goshen College Classic here this weekend. Both games yesterday ended in 1-1 draws. The first game this afternoon ended regulation in a 1-1 draw, but Holy Cross able to score in overtime to take the 2-1 victory. No goals here yet in the second contest, but plenty of opportunities for both teams as Pasteur continues to slowly work his way over towards the bench. Yanni Demo will be his substitute. 8 shots so far for the Maple Leafs, 5 for Aquinas, each team with 1 shot on goal. Did he give a yellow card at one point? I never saw him show that. Because the stats have it showing one like 2 minutes ago. I know. Who's down there? It's Tony, isn't it? Oh, I think so. And now Pasteur has made his way off the field as we get ready to go back underway. It'll be a throw for the Maple Leafs. Francois Revalier goes in towards the 18 for Ashelman. His ball into the middle, deflected out of play. Another corner kick for the Maple Leafs. Second of the second half, 6th of the contest. Aquinas has not registered a corner kick yet. Left-footed in swinger from Rosales into the top of the box. Flicked on by Calabrese. Obando tries to get a volley, but it's knocked away from him by Brandenburg, who will volley it up the near line to clear this one away. Vanderveel chests it down. Vanderveen with it now. Defender on his back. Double teamed, and Jokes helps come take that one away up the line for Obando. Touches into the middle, trying to split two, and he's smashed by 2 defenders, and he earns the free kick for the Maple Leafs. More or less in front of the Maple Leaf bench here. About 30 yards out, but angled from the goal here toward the press box. So not the best scoring angle, but a great opportunity for a cross here. Francois Revalier on the ball, one-man wall guarding that near post. Francois Revalier looks into the middle. Serves this one, curls back towards the far post. It was touched. And they're going to say it took a flexion. Corner kick for the Maple Leafs. Their 7th of the contest. Again, Daniel Rosales stands over the ball in the far corner. He'll take a left-footed in-swinger here on the north end of the field. This one lofted into the top of the box, just over Joke's head, settled down. Shot from Ashman, knocked down again. Oh, just over. Oxley off of the support bar of the goal, but no, cannot find the back of the net. Vanderpool is down. Looks like he ran into the net, or side of that left pole, trying to make the save, and is slow to get up. Nonetheless, we stay deadlocked at 0-0. 25:50 left in regulation. Vanderpool looks ready to go as he will put this goal kick back into play. Brandenburg with it. Ball on the far side, Larson with it. Drops it off for Calabrese. Looking up the line, TJ White knocks it out of play, so it'll be an Aquinas throw. Goes up the line, great flick on there, but Francois Revalier ready for it and plays it back for Escalante in the box. Has it on his left foot, he's going to have to play this one away, just gets rid of it out of play. Safe play there from the keeper, but it will be an Aquinas throw deep here on the near side. Ibarra takes it into the middle for Vanderveen. Has it on his left foot, will drop it back towards the middle of the field for Calabrese. Calabrese will go all the way back to the middle of the field. In the center circle there is Demo. His left-footed kick finds Obando, who will get it off for Famosaya, lobs it forward for Knopfsinger, lays it off for Obando. He mistouches it, but Chupp is there to clear this one out. Asking for a deflection, we'll see what they get. And they're going to say Aquinas ball. Ibarra throws it in for Detweiler. Detweiler into the middle for Lazar. Tries turning, but cannot get around Famosaya. Now is jogging the Georgie. Easy call there for the center official. It'll be a free kick for the Maple Leafs. Ball played quickly to Nussbaum. He'll open up and play to the far side for Francois Revalier at the midfield line. Looking to come back into the middle, poked away from him. And he's great slide to get it back to Jilks. Jilks to the middle for Famosaya. Right back to Jilks. He's got space to the near side to give it to Chupp, and he will. Chupp can open up with it and comes to the near sideline. Throw left foot it, hit it down the line. It's over Detweiler's head. Lobs it back in towards the middle. Ashwin goes up for it, but Calabrese wins it. Now Corona doing a little flick there. Great touch from him. Tens up the near line, but it's off of Lazar. Can't keep it in play. It'll be throw-in for the Maple Leafs. Rosales goes up line. Can't quite get it over Detweiler, but Obando ends up with it. His flick into the middle is taken away by Corona. Corona Lazar, a little give and go there. But now Famosaya comes through, and he's kicked and heads to the ground. Now the ball, Ibarra kicks it off of the down player. Ref didn't say it'll be a free kick for the Maple Leafs. Chubb plays it in the middle for Ashelman. He squares up. He'll chip it to the far side for Francois Revalier, getting their defensive players in on the action. Turns back. He's got a drop in Nussbaum, and he's forced down there by Larson. He's going to be called for a foul, and another dangerous free kick for the Maple Leafs. Not a great scoring angle, but a great opportunity to serve one into the box and find a teammate. Rosales will jog over to take this one. It's the top of the 18-yard box extended out towards that far sideline. 22:40 left here in regulation. Rosales will hit this one left-footed, curl it in towards the goal mouth. Puts the one in. Ashwin goes up. Corona ends up getting a head on it. Brandenburg will clear it away. It'll be a throw for the Maple Leafs on the far side. Francois Revalier immediately goes up the line for Rosales, touches back to Francois Revalier. Revalier serves one into the box, and Ibarra, the one to get up for it for the Saints. It'll be another Maple Leaf throw now, near midfield on that far sideline. Once again, Goshen traveling right to left here in the second half. Ball in the middle, TJ White with it. Tries turning, poked away by Corona. Corona and Lazar's two volleys. Then Vanderveen with it. He'll drop it off for Brandenburg. Brandenburg back up the line. Now Larson with it. Larson lays it off for Vanderveen. Vanderveen into the middle, switching the field. No one's there, and Jaden Chupp, except for he didn't know that he wasn't receiving credit. Now Detweiler with it. Chips it into the middle. Great job from Chupp to get ahead on that one. Now Famosaya with it. Knopfsinger's going to be offsides. He will continue to pursue the ball as you are taught. And Vanderpool is going to get there and watch this one run out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for the Saints. Sub on the dead ball. 15 Thomas Spratt will return to the action for the Saints. Looks like it's going to be Ibarra, the one getting the break. .21:15 left in regulation.
Saint substitution is number 15, Thomas Spratt.
Maple Leafs up to double digits, 10 shots registered. Still only one on frame. Vanderpool lobs this one up. Nussbaum and Obando go up and get this one. Famosaya continues it forward. Now TJ White will chest it down. Lays it off, continuing forward now. Trying to get it out to the near side for Obando, but it's picked off. And Obando's actually going to hustle and try to win this one back from Larson. Larson and then Rosales going at it. Larson ends up on the ground. TJ White ends up with the ball. He's putting a bit of a headlock. Now Nussbaum comes sweeping through. And now a stoppage of play as Calabrese going to pick up the yellow card. First caution of the contest goes to the Saints as Calabrese picks up the card. That's the third dangerous tackle in the past 5 minutes or so for the midfielder, and finally is booked for it. It'll be a free kick. It's again about 35 yards out, directly between the goal mouth and the press box here on the west side of the field. Francois Revalier will be the one to take it. Whistle and the clock starts running again. Serves this one to the far post. It's lobbed up by Larson and flicked on by Lazar, and out come the Saints. Vanderveen turns this one back, trying to play it forward. Nussbaum will cut him off. It was ball played forward. Head gets on it, but Ashman ends up with it. Ashman in the middle, touches around one, but Corona tracks back, pokes it free, and now Spratt has it on the left wing. Crosses midfield, now comes back towards the center. Lays it off for Lazar. Lazar back out left side, but Famosaya there for the Maple Leafs, and will lob it all the way back to Vanderpool in goal. Saints now working it back up the far sideline again. Vanderveen with it in the middle. Plays it back down the far line for Spratt. Spratt taking on Francois Revalier. Revalier forces him towards the middle. He serves the ball across. He comes all the way to the near side for Detweiler. Detweiler, a little hesitation move, still with it. Now we'll play it to the middle for Lazar. Lazar back out right wing for Larson. It's out. He has to go all the way down to that corner flag to keep this one in play. Left-footed, swung into the middle. Head straight up over to the far post. Escalante will grab it for the Maple Leafs. Escalante puts the ball down, now drives it forward, skips through Ashelman, but right to Nussbaum. He loses it. Now Larson can't get it, and Rosales will try selling it down, but Chupp going to have to just clear this one away. Ball out over the far sideline off the head of Brandenburg. It'll be throwing for the Maple Leafs. Now the subs able to check in. It'll be Ollie Smith for the Maple Leafs. Coming in for Daniel Rosales, they're going to shift Obando back to the left back and put Smith on the wing. As for the Saints, Luke Larson's going to check out as checking in Jack Garnett, the freshman out of Grand Blanc, Michigan. Maple Leafs with the throw on the far side, right at the midfield line. Francois Revalier inbounds for TJ White. Back out for Revalier. Back to the middle for White. White pokes through, trying to get down along the line, but Brandenburg will shield it out of play. It'll be an Aquinas throw with 18 minutes and 10 seconds left in regulation. Brandenburg into the middle. Lazar flicks it on, but into the chest of Famosaya. Settles it down to Ashman, over to White, into the middle for Nussbaum. Nussbaum continues it out left for Obando. Bondo on the left foot, cuts into the middle. He'll have a hit. It just dips over the crossbar and out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Saints. And they'll take a sub here as Lucas Ribeiro will check in up top as Vanderveen will get a break for the Saints.
Same substitution is number 6, Lucas Ribeiro.
Vanderbilt taking his time setting this ball for the goal kick. And now punts it away. Francois Revalier, the first touch. TJ White, the second. Forward to Knopfsinger, lays it off for Nussbaum. Nussbaum poked away from behind, but luckily Knopfsinger is there. Still working forward. Ball ends up lobbed back, and Beal has to volley it away. Ashwin on the near side for Obando. Plays it forward for Smith. Smith spindles it down to the middle. A little bit of a big touch, and it's cleared away there by Calabrese. It'll be a throw-in for the Maple Leafs here on the near side at the midfield line. Obando will take. Ashelman checked two, didn't give it to him. Now Knopfsinger coming to, and Obondo's going to step back, heave this one down the line. Ends up going to Knopfsinger. It's fricked away from him, and Famosaya ends up with it down the line for Smith. Smith back to Famosaya. Into the middle for Ashelman. He squares up. He'll switch the field out to Francois Revalier. Revalier, a great touch to settle that down. Goes up the line for White. White going at Brandenburg. Gets to the end line. And it'll be out of play. It'll be a corner kick for the Maple Leafs, their 8th of the night. 16 and change left in regulation. No score between Goshen and Aquinas. And now Obando jogs over to the far corner flag to take this one. Maple Leafs with 6 in the box. Famosaya and Nussbaum out at the top of the box. We'll see in the past they've gone to Nussbaum on that near side of the box, 18-yard. He's ready if they want to give it to him. We'll see what they do. They'll serve this one into the box. Knopfsinger goes up, but can't quite keep the head down. It continues on to the near sideline, where it is volleyed away by Detweiler. TJ White settles it down, looks into the middle. He'll chip one into the box. Nussbaum making the run, and they're going to say he was offsides. Vanderpool was there to make the save regardless. So he comes to the top of the 18 arc to take this free kick on the offsides call. Ushering his team forward before he boots this ball into play. Now the hand is up, and here comes the kick. Obando gets the first head on it, and then Jokes clears it away. Comes over to Detweiler. His touch is a bit wide, but is able to keep possession back for Demo. Demo touches around Nussbaum and chips it forward. Looking for Ribeiro. He heads it off for Corona. Has it on left foot. He'll have a hit. It's over the crossbar. Goal kick for the Maple Leafs. 14:40 left in regulation. No score. Ibarra and Larson both checking back in for Aquinas. It's going to be Corona and Spratt who check out. Escalante kicks to the near side. It's headed forward. Settled down by Chupp. Now Jokes with it. He'll have to play it away. Looking for Knopfsinger. It's over his head. It's over Detweiler's head. Foot race. Knopfsinger the faster of the players. Detweiler just has to clear this one out. It'll be a throw-in for the Maple Leafs. Obando coming forward to take. Actually, Knopfsinger is going to take it to Obando with some space. Touches into the middle. Gives it back down the line for Smith. Smith tip-in is taken down. Another foul and another free kick for the Maple Leafs. This is about the 18-yard box extended out towards the near sideline. Great opportunity for the Maple Leafs. They can just skip this one in around the 6 and hope that someone takes Maple Leaf puts it in or takes a deflection. We'll see what they go with. It'll be Francois Revalier to take it. 13:30 left in regulation. Four-man wall guarding the near post. Francois Revalier to take. 6 in the box. Curls this one near post. Skips, just over the crossbar. It was touched at last by Calabrese. It'll be another corner kick for the Maple Leafs. That was perfect ball played in by Francois Revalier. Got the deflection, but it wasn't on frame. It'll be a corner kick. And Smith out to the near corner to take it. Smith plays this one short. Francois Revalier with it. Back to the top of the box now for Nussbaum. Nussbaum touches around one. Lobs into the box, just past all of his players making their runs. And it'll be a goal kick for the Saints. 12.5 left here in regulation. No score still. Another sub as Vanderveen will return to action. Luke Vanderveen, the freshman out of Jenison, Michigan, comes in as Matt Lazar will get a break. So now the center official having a talk between Famosaya for the Maple Leafs and Calabrese for the Saints. Calabrese already on a yellow card. Has to be careful if he wants to play the rest of this contest. Should he pick up another yellow, he'd be out for this game and would also miss the next game for the Saints. Conversation is over, and now we wait for Vanderpool to put this back in play on the goal kick. This one drifts towards midfield line. Numerous players there. Eventually Caprice plays it forward, but Chuck puts a head on it, and then a volley on it. Now it's headed forward by the Saints, and Obando has it. Settles down around one. It'll lob one up the line looking for Knopfsinger. Bounces through. We've got a foot race. Knopfsinger will get to this one first. Touches around one and goes down. And we have the whistle. It's going to be a free kick. It was a last man situation. That could be a red card. We'll see what the center official does. He's called. The clock has been stopped at 11:28. It was a last man situation. Otherwise, Knopfsinger would have been in one-on-one with the keeper. A yellow card is issued. I believe that actually went to the goalie for his words. Can't quite tell. The last defender there would have been Demo. Nonetheless, a yellow card and a great free kick opportunity for the Maple Leafs. Obando and Francois Revalier standing over at 5-man wall on the near post, way closer than their 10 yards, so they will be needed to move back. To be moved back by the center official, but first he must write down the card he just issued. And now the wall being moved back. We'll see what the Maple Leafs can do to create this one. Only about 23 yards away from goal with the angle. 11:28 on the clock. We'll see Francois Revalier and Darwin Obando over the ball. Francois Revalier takes it towards goal. It's cleared away by Brandenburg. Revalier settles it down and then cleared away further by Ribeiro. Over on there, Obando tries getting a touch on it, and Ribeiro goes forward. Both were going up for it. It'll be a free kick for the Saints. And now a card going to be given to the bench here of Aquinas College. One of the assistants unhappy with the center official, and it's going to be issued a yellow card. Not sure which coach it is. It's either Matt Roberts, Sean Downey, or Tim Kelly. Nonetheless, a yellow card issued to the Aquinas bench. 11:09 left on the clock now. It'll be a free kick for Aquinas after the conversation on the near side is done. Head coach Joe Veal not happy with the officiating here this game. 11:09 on the clock. Beal will put the ball back into play. The center back drives it forward. TJ White gets a head on it. And Brandenburg will chase this one down for the Saints. Lobs it towards the far corner. Ibarra and Ashelman there. Ashelman will win the header. TJ White flicks it on forward. Knopfsinger lets it bounce and gets a head on it, working around Demo, who is on the yellow card. Plays it back to Vanderpool. Pressure here from Knopfsinger. Right, falls right to the clear, falls to TJ White. White chips it in and hits off of Brandenburg. White working again down to the end line. Chip into the box. It's headed down right in the 16, and the flag goes up in the center on the far line. And now the far official sees it. The center official sees it. Not sure what the call was. Nonetheless, there is a call in the box. It'll be a free kick for the Saints. 10:25 left here on the clock. Heated here in the last 11 to 12 minutes. Plenty of opportunities for the Maple Leafs. Can't quite capitalize yet, but they continue to push. Vanderpool will set this one up for the goal kick on the far side. We dip under 10 minutes remaining here in regulation. Drives this one forward. Into the center circle. Nussbaum goes up for it. It's just over his head. Bounces once and is flicked on. Then Ribeiro gets it. Trying to find the foot of Larson, but it's just past him. And Jokes settles for the Maple Leafs. Francois Valliere plays one up the far side looking for TJ White. Great touch there from Brandenburg, and the Saints plays it up the line looking for Larson. It's a bit too hard. Ibarra will actually be the first to get there. Jokes clears it off of Ibarra and out of play for a Maple Leaf throw on the dead ball. Calvin Mangunda will check in for the Leafs. And Matt Lazar for the Saints. It's going to be TJ White coming out on the Goshen side and Lucas Ribeiro on the Aquinas side.
And for the Saints, also number 8, Matt Lazar.
9 minutes left in regulation. And another throw for the Maple Leafs. Francois Valliere up the line. Settled down by Ashelman. He turns. Looks to play it up the line. It's deflected, but will stay in play. And Brandenburg will get to it for the Saints. Chips it right back down that line. Francois Valliere will chase it down. Luke Larson there on his back. Now takes a touch and looking to play it up the line. It deflects out of play. Actually, it does stay in play. Then Ibarra keeps it in play still. And the Saints have it on the offensive half. Calabrese lobs it forward. Joke is there for the Maple Leafs. His volley to the middle finds Nussbaum. Nussbaum turns and plays it out for Smith on the near side. Smith takes a touch into the middle. Great chip there around one. Now rolls it back onto his left foot. Moving through the middle here. Now plays out the left side for Obando. Obando moving forward. The left back getting in on the action. Touches down to this end line. Trying to go around the player. Great defense there from the Saints. Now Smith with it on the sideline. Touches around into the middle. Now lays it off for Nussbaum. Nussbaum chips one into the box. And it's right at Vanderpool, who will make the save. 8 minutes left here in regulation. No score between Goshen and Aquinas. All 3 games of this Goshen College Classic have gone to overtime. 2 ended still tied. The one earlier today, saw a victor. We continue on here late in the second half of this one. Obando called for the foul there as Garrett and he both went up for the ball. Garrett went down a bit hard there, but the two players help each other up and are ready to continue playing soccer. 7.5 left in regulation. Free kick at the midfield line for the Saints. Beal will take. Patrick Beal, the junior out of Granville, Michigan, looking to put this one into the box. Ball driven high and floating in the box. Escalante comes out to punch. Does so. The following shot by Brandenburg's knocked down. Now Calabrese will hit one, knocked down by Escalante. Headed into the box again. Chup goes up and gets that on it. It's still there. Ibarra with it. Chup wins through again. Ashelman to the far side for Francois Revalier, who will clear it forward back to the near side. Looking for Smith. Smith with one to beat. Has it on the left foot. Trying to drag a little bit. Loses it as Peel wins it off. Slide tackle, and it's from behind. So we've got a free kick for the Saints. Looked like he might have gotten a card for the tackle from behind. Nonetheless, it's just going to be a free kick here with 6:25 left in regulation. Vanderpool will take the free kick here. Ball forward, lobbed up by Garrett. Obando will get a head on it up the near sideline. Smith tried to get a touch on it. Garrett was there as well. Ends up still in play down the line, but Obando with it. Now it dribbles out of play. It'll be a Maple Leaf throw. Obando will take it, looking up the line, finds Nussbaum. He's got space to turn. Instead, he's going to give it back to Obando, who loses it out of play. Some miscommunication and a bad touch there. It'll be Aquinas throw. Sub checking in for Aquinas. Thomas Spratt back into the action. It looks like it's going to be Garrett getting the break.
Substitution for the Saints is number 15, Thomas Spratt.
Long throw here from Larson into the box. Chup gets a head on it, and Nussbaum continues the clear. Actually, Detweiler is there poking away. Now Detweiler with it. Chips one into the box. Lazar got a volley on it, but it goes out of play. Maple Leaf goal kick. Dipped under 5 minutes left here in regulation. Still no score. Ball forward. Calabrese with it now. Settles it forward for Ibarra. Ibarra touches around one. Tries sliding it forward. Ends up bouncing to the middle for Vanderveen. Comes square for Lazar. Lazar 25 yards out. Will have a hit towards the far post. And easily scooped up there by Escalante. Escalante ushers his players forward. And now we'll punt it. Great punt. It's going to bounce all the way over to see if Smith can get to it. It's going to go out of play. Smith can't quite keep it in. A great punt from Escalante made it 3/4 of the way down the field. Detweiler will take the throw. Comes up the line. Obando wins it to the middle for Famosaya. He touches around one. And I will play it out wide for Francois Revalier. Under 4 minutes remaining here between Goshen and Aquinas. Still no score. Francois Revalier with it. Cuts back to his left foot. Will serve one into the box. Settled down. And Nussbaum overtakes this one about the top of the 18. Has it out to the near side with space to turn. A little hesitation move. Goes to the end line. Hits this one. Driven low. And Detweiler will settle it down. His clear. Bounces one. And Larson is there. Chup knocks it back to Jokes. The Maple Leafs will just try to keep some possession here. Goes right side for Francois Revalier. Revalier takes a touch and now into the middle. Continues on with possession. Slide tackle from Ibarra, and that's going to be a foul. Free kick for the Maple Leafs. Ibarra helps Revalier back up to his feet. No harm there. It'll be Famosai to take this one. Actually, they're going to let Francois Revalier take. 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Ball played over to the near side. Obando with it. His ball in towards the box is deflected. Bounces now once. Knopfsinger running through. Still bouncing around. Jokes gets a touch on it. Now back to Knopfsinger. Knopfsinger around. Trying chipping it through. Bounces out to Obando. Obando touches around one and is brought down by the face. And we've got another stoppage of play here. Obando on the ground holding his eye. We'll see another yellow card issued. This time it's number 15, Thomas Spratt. Picks up the yellow. Another free kick for the Maple Leafs in dangerous position here over on the near sideline. It'll be Francois Revalier over the ball. First, we do have a stoppage of play. So the referee needs to write down 2:35 on the stopped clock here. They're going to let the sub. And he's going to be subbed out. Now, Spratt checks out as Corona checks in. It'll be a free kick, two-man wall on that near post for Francois Revalier. We're assuming he's going to be looking more for a cross than a shot here on this one. Once again, 2:35. The clock will start when the ball is touched. Now the wall's going to be moved back a bit. Two-man wall. 7 in the box for the Leafs. Movement all around. Francois Revalier's ball towards the far post. Great ball, great save there by Vanderpool. Gets up and hits that one down. Ball on the right side, Ollie Smith with it. The Maple Leafs reset. His serve knocked out. He still has it again. He's trying to get around one. Goes down. And they're going to say throw in for Aquinas, no foul. Throw comes in quick for Calabrese. He lobs it forward for Larson. It bounces over both him and Obando. Chup is back to recover. It goes all the way back to Escalante in the goal. He takes a touch and lobs this one away. It's going to bounce in the mid. And there's Famosaya for the settle. And he goes down, Calabrese, with another foul. It'll be a free kick for the Maple Leafs on their defensive half. 1:55 left in regulation, no score. Goshen and Aquinas men's soccer wrapping up the Goshen College Classic here. The first 3 games went to overtime. And if neither team scores in the next minute 45, we'll have another overtime fixture here from the Goshen College Soccer Complex. Francois Revalier standing over the ball. It's about the center circle, but on the defensive half. Lobs this one forward in the box. It bounces once. Knopfsinger trying to keep it in play. Does so. So does Jilks. Actually, they're going to say it went out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Saints. Minute 15 left. 70 seconds now separating. Both of these teams from another back-to-back nights of overtime soccer. And a weekend packed with overtime soccer here from the John Ingold Athletic Complex.
1 minute remaining.
Vanderpool puts this one back into play. Mangunda wins this one. Ashman with it now. Drives it to the left corner. Great ball. Knopfsinger will chase this one down. Tries going around Detweiler. Goes down. Trying to get up there. And Vanderpool was standing over him. Had nowhere to get up. Now it's going to be another free kick for the Maple Leafs. As they now have 30 seconds to get this one. Ashman sets it. And the wall is there waiting for it. Francois Revalier jogging over as quickly as he can. This will be the last chance for either team most likely here. 20 seconds left on the clock now. Francois Revalier sets. There's the whistle. He can play it whenever he wants. Now down to 15 seconds. Francois Revalier approaches the ball. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Ball hit in towards the near post. Flicked on by Ashman. It's continued on to the near side. Actually, Lazar will clear it away out over. Would have been a Maple Leaf throw in. But with 2 seconds, 1 second, and there's the clock. Another overtime fixture here for the Maple Leafs. Their third of the season already in only 5 games. And bonus soccer again from the John Ingold Athletic Complex. 0-0 the score after 90 minutes of soccer. When we come back, we'll get ready for overtime soccer here. Men's soccer on 91.1 The Globe between Goshen College and Aquinas College. Like I said, right here on 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics.
Hey, America, we need to have a little talk. We've got more food than we know what to do with in this country, yet 17 million kids in America are struggling with hunger. Makes no sense. Luckily, the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks has volunteers gathering excess food and getting it to hungry kids. They're kind of like food angels. Hey, become a food angel yourself by supporting Feeding America in your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. We can't do it without your help. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The death of someone close can be a devastating experience for anyone, let alone a child. Ryan's Place understands how the death of a loved one can affect a child and provides support at no cost to both children and adults who are grieving. They understand and they want to help. Ryan's Place is located at the Goshen City Church of the Brethren on 203 North 5th Street. More information is available at ryansplace.org.
Hey, there's my son.
Hey, Dad.
What's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Well, it's just sort of.
Hello, Dad.
Susan? Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and Maybe see some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
There's a place in Goshen where a dinner with drinks meets family-friendly fun. The Goshen Brewing Company's laid-back environment and tasty menu is perfect for all ages with its outdoor lawn and patio. Featuring a diverse lineup of fresh craft-brewed beer, the Brewing Company is open from 3 to 10 Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 11 on Friday and Saturday, and Sunday brunch at 11. Find the Goshen Brewing Company at 315 West Washington Street next to the Goshen Market or online at goshenbrewing.com.
Here at the John Ingold Athletic Complex. My name is Andrew Snyder here on 91.1 The Globe as we get ready for overtime soccer here between Goshen College and Aquinas College. This is the third game in 5 so far this season. The Maple Leafs have gone to overtime. Looking back over the past few years, the last time the Maple Leafs had 3 overtime games in a season, you have to go all the way back to 2006 when they actually had 4 overtime contests. And the Maple Leafs still with a majority of their season left to go here this season. We'll see if they can reach that 4 mark. Beyond that, it would be, looks like that 4 is the most ties in a season the Maple Leafs have ever had. As I continue, I guess they had 5 back in 1989. 5 ties in their season that year. So 5, the most ties in a season for the Maple Leafs. We'll see if the Maple Leafs can get to that mark. They've got 3 already this year. Or here, we'll see what happens. I guess technically they haven't quite yet tied this game, but they do have 2 ties already this season. Should they pick up a 3rd tie, what it would take? We've got 2 10-minute overtimes separated by 2 minutes in between for the teams to switch ends, maybe get a little bit of a talk or water break here on the near side with the benches, and then switch ends and get right back underway. It is golden goal overtime here in NAIA soccer. That means if either of these teams would score, that would end the game. They would win by a score of 2-1. If neither team score, or 1-0, excuse me. If neither team scores, that means the game would end in a 0-0 tie. Looking at the teams coming back out on the field, Aquinas will be traveling right to left here in the first overtime period. Goshen going left to right. Vanderpool will be in goal. Other players coming out onto the field right now. Brandenburg at left back. Detweiler at right back. It'll be Demo and Beal at the center back positions. Moving through the midfield, Corona in the middle. It'll be Ibarra on one side. As the group meets in a pack, hard to see. Calabrese will sit in the midfield as well. Up top, we'll have Vanderveen. And then also, it looks like Thomas Spratt out there to start the overtime, and Luke Larson on the field as well. As for the Maple Leafs, they are finishing up their pre-overtime huddle in front of their bench as we get right underway. The clock ticking down, final 5 seconds of the break here. Once again, 2 10-minute overtimes, golden goal. Should a team score, they would win by a score of 1-0. We'll see. The Maple Leafs currently have the shot advantage 13-12. As we check here, 3 shots on goal for the Maple Leafs, only 2 for the Aquinas. It's actually 14-10, the shot difference in favor of the Maple Leafs. And Goshen with all 9 of the corner kicks here this game. All right, out come the Maple Leafs. Escalante in goal. Francois Revalier on the right back. Jokes and Chupp in the middle. Obando on the left side. Through the midfield, Smith on the near side. Ashelman on the far side. Falmosaya, Mangunda, and Nussbaum in the middle. And Brody Knopfsinger gets the start as the forward here for the first overtime period. It'll be Maple Leaf ball once again traveling left to right. Aquinas traveling right to left. Goshen in their home whites. Black socks, white shorts. Aquinas in all maroon with white across the shoulders. White numbers and letters for Aquinas, black numbers and letters for the Maple Leafs. Escalante in all neon with black shorts. And Vanderpool in goal for the Saints in all black. Knopfsinger touches it to Nussbaum, and we're back underway. He chips it over to the far side looking for Ashelman. Leads him a bit or heads it down towards the end line. He was able to keep it in play on the head, but it's going to roll out. Can't quite see. They're going to say it's going to be a throw-in deep down in the corner. Great job from the Maple Leafs pushing it all the way down. Now the Aquinas with the full field to go. Detweiler throws it up the line. It's over. Everyone takes a bounce. Obando gets a touch on it, but not before Corona now takes it up the line going at Chupp. Corona weaving back and forth, and now he's going to cut back once he gets across midfield and lay it off for Ibarra. Ibarra trips up over the ball, now stands up and continues down the line, working against Obando. Poked away from him, and they're going to call a foul on Obando for the poke from behind. It'll be a free kick. About the 18-yard box extended out towards the far sideline for the Saints. Dangerous opportunity here. Something the Maple Leafs have struggled with in the past is defense on set pieces like this. They've done well so far today, but haven't really been tested on a set piece this dangerous. We'll see what they can come up with. Two-man wall guarding the near post. Brandenburg stands over the ball. This ball into the box to the far post. Ibarra was there, but the flag is up on the far side. He was offsides. His volley went wide anyway. It'll be a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. 8.5 left here in the first overtime period. Golden goal. Either team to score. First team to score will win. Neither team scores in the 20 minutes of overtime. Ends in a 0-0 draw. Ball in the middle. Manguna goes up for it. Wins it. Nussbaum continues it on with it now. Plays it out left side for Obando across midfield. Cuts into the middle. Gets around to one. A big touch there. Slots it through for Knopfsinger. He'll have a hit. It's on goal, but it's right at Vanderpool. Another shot on goal for the Maple Leafs. Their fourth of the night. 15th shot total. Vanderpool gives his team a moment to get upfield and now punts this one away. Larson flicks it on. Then Lazar tries flicking it on, but Jokes will win through this one. Now Larson with it. Larson touches it forward. Lazar off to Corona. Great long legs of Tevin Jokes. Reach out and poke that one free. Now Ibarra with it. Ball forward for Corona. Corona loses it. Mangunda with it. Off of the feet of Afamasaya. Unlucky there. The ball turned over back to the Saints. Larson with it. Larson looking at his options. Chips it into the middle. Chup with a great diving header. It'll go over the end line and be a corner kick. First of the game for Aquinas. But a great save there from Chup. Otherwise would have been a goal-scoring opportunity, as right behind him was Corona waiting for that one. 7:10 left on the clock here. It'll be a corner kick on the near side. It'll be Brandenburg to take. He's going to hit this one left-footed, so it'll head towards the 6-yard box or so and then curl out towards the top of the 18. It's considered an outswinger here. He hits it. It's actually going to drift over the crossbar, and that's out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. .6:30 left in the first overtime. Escalante put this one back into play. Manguna flicks it on. Then Beal with it will volley it away at the back line for the Saints. Ball bouncing around in the middle. Ibarra tries settling it down. Nussbaum there to sweep it away from him. Pokes it up that line. And now Detweiler. His clear forward deflects off of Ashelman. And now Nussbaum with it moving forward. He's tripped up a bit. And there's another free kick for the Maple Leafs. This time at the other end. We'll see what they can put up. 5:50 here in the first overtime. It's about the top of the 18, extended out to the far sideline here now at the south end of the field, the Maple Leafs attacking end. Similar to a lot of their free kicks there late in the second half. Obando will stand over the ball. He's left-footed, so it'll be an outswinger here. See what he can do with it. 6 men in the box for the Maple Leafs. 2-man wall guarding the near post. Obando approaches and hits it to the top for Nussbaum. It's over his head. It was a right look. Nussbaum would have had time for a touch and a shot. Now the ball chipped in again. Players are on sides. Settled down in the middle. Nussbaum's hit towards the far post. Oh, just wide. Didn't quite get full contact there, so it'll be a goal kick for the Saints. The Maple Leafs continue to knock on that door again and again and again. Under 5 left here in the first overtime. Vanderpool will put this one back into play on the goal kick. Comes over towards the near sideline. Larson settles it, but it goes back towards his own bench and out of play. It'll be a Maple Leaf throw. Francois Revalier throws into the middle for Mangunda. Tries to turn, can't, so drops off near side for Famosai. He chips it forward. Headed away by Demo, settled down by Brandenburg, and volleyed out. Lazar settles down and flicks down the near line for Larson. Larson continues forward. In a foot race, here comes Jokes. Great slide from Tevin Jokes, knocks that one out. It'll be a throw deep in the corner down here on the left side. So it'll be Larson with the long throw. In towards the middle. Nussbaum cleans through with a header. Free ball. Smith licks it up and gets it back down now. He'll play it up the near line to the corner for Nofsinger. A foot race between Nofsinger and Demo. Nofsinger the first to get there. Takes a touch towards the end line. Demo will cut him off and just try to shield towards the end line. There's going to be the foul. Bump in the back from Nofsinger trying to get to the ball. So it'll be a free kick way back, basically on the end line for Vanderpool. Vanderpool will take this one. Full length of the field to go for the Saints. Ball played forward. It's going to get to about midfield. Mangunda wins the header forward for looking for Nofsinger. It's going to bounce. Could go all the way back to the box. Beal's going to have to take a touch. Vanderpool cleared out over the near sideline. Throw in for the Maple Leafs near half field. Francois Revalier. Ball up the line for Smith. Settles it down. Trying to play it back. Volley's not quite there. Larson the other direction, looking for Lazar. He overruns the ball a bit, and now Famosaya with it. Bump in the back there from Lazar. It'll be a free kick for the Maple Leafs. Famosaya sets it. Excuse me, now Francois Revalier will take. 2:40 left here in the first overtime. No score between Goshen and Aquinas. Down the line goes Francois Revalier. It's headed out by Demo. Now it'll be a throw just into the offensive third for the Leafs. Ball into the middle, Mangunda. He turns, plays it square for Nussbaum. Nussbaum takes a touch forward, splits around two. Nofsinger with it, lays it off for Obondo. He'll have a hit. It's on frame, just stole through the hands of Vanderpool and over the crossbar. Corner kick for the Maple Leafs, 10th of the contest. See, they're going to go to the far corner. We'll see who takes it. Looks like Smith jogging out. Smith, the right-footed taker, will be an in-swinger. Means it'll head towards the penalty spot, then curl back towards the 6-yard box. See how much air he puts on it. Smith approaches the ball. Minute 45 here in the first overtime. Good air right towards that 6-yard box. It's headed straight up. Ibarra tries for it again. This time volleys it out to the near side. Chupp chasing it down. Just kicked a bit there, and then Calabrese actually goes down as he's stepped on the ball trying to swing around Chupp. It'll be a Maple Leaf throw. Francois Revalier coming forward to take it. 1:15 left here in the first overtime. The Maple Leafs with a chance here to finish this one off. Ball thrown into Smith. Smith back to Francois Revalier. Double team, great ball through to Smith. Touches into the middle. He's taken down again. And now we're going to have, let's see, it's just on the edge of the 18. Calabrese was the one who committed the foul. It's literally on the edge of the 18-yard box here on the near side at the corner of the 18 box. 48 seconds counting down on the clock. Left-footed Obondo will take it. Looks like a 5-man wall guarding that near post. Five-man wall guarding the near post here. Obondo runs through. It'll be Francois Revalier's little chip into the box. It's headed down. Ashwin puts it on frame. It's just over deflected. They're going to say actually no touch. So it'll be a goal kick. Golden opportunity for the Maple Leafs, and they can't capitalize. With only 10 seconds left, Vanderpool probably doesn't even have to take the kick. As we'll wrap up the first 10 minutes of overtime, still tied at 0-0. Means we'll get about a 2-3 minute break here. And then teams will switch ends and we'll continue on for 10 more minutes of soccer here. Just not enough soccer here in the Goshen College Classic. Guaranteed 4 90-minute games. So we've gotten 3, potentially could have 310-minute games instead. as we look closer. 0-0 the score between Goshen and Aquinas. Take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the second overtime for you right here on 91.1 The Globe, your home for Goshen College Athletics.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, he's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Whether you love to read, enjoy a board game with family and friends, or celebrate the arts, Better World Books is a place to explore. Located at 215 South Main Street in Goshen, Better World Books is a community bookstore and cultural destination. Better World Books features new and used books and textbooks, as well as board games, card games, local art, apparel, children's toys, and literary gifts for every occasion. Their phone number is 574-534-1984. Better World Books in downtown Goshen. On Facebook at Better World Books Goshen.
Goshen 1-0 in games where they've had more shots than their opponent. They've got 18 so far tonight. Aquinas with only 11 here as we get ready for the second overtime period. These two teams deadlocked at 0 apiece. My name's Andrew Snyder here on 91.1 The Globe. My, oh my, what a great afternoon of soccer it has been. The Maple Leafs continue to knock at the door. Multiple players with a chance. TJ White has had some opportunities. Nate Nussbaum has had a hit or two. So has Ethan Francois Revalier. All of the Maple Leafs trying to get in on the action, but none of them been able to capitalize yet. They've got 10 minutes left here, or this game will end a 0-0 tie. It'll be Aquinas ball coming left to right here to start the second overtime. Maple Leafs will be traveling right to left for the remainder of this contest. Looking out at the line, it'll be Escalante in goal. Francois Revalier at right back, Jokes and Chupp in the middle, and Obando on the near side. In the middle, Famosaya. In front of him, Mangunda Nussbaum. Ollie Smith at the right wing position. Spencer Ashelman on the left. Brody Knopfsinger gets the start as the forward. Into the center circle, Van der Veen and Lazar. Lazar hits the Van der Veen, who drops it back for Corona. Corona chips one forward to the far side. Francois Revalier is there. He's going to let it bounce once. They're looking for Larson. He settles it down on the end line. Trying to get around Francois Revalier. They're going to say corner kick for Aquinas. Their second of the contest. Off to a hot start here in the second overtime. Only 20 seconds gone by, and they already have the corner. Brandenburg jogs over to the far corner to take. It'll be a left-footed outswinger for the Saints. Hits this one low towards the near post. Lazar flicks it on. It's volleyed in the middle by Detweiler, but it's over the crossbar. And it'll be a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. Escalante will take. Minute gone by here in the second overtime period. Either team to score, first team to score wins the game. Ashelman will chip one forward, looking for Mangunda through the middle. Beal will get to this one first, but they're still pressuring down. Saved into play there by Ibarra, right to Knopfsinger, gives it to the middle, Famosaya. Famosaya touches around one, can't get around Van der Veen the second. Now Lazar with it, back to Van der Veen. Drops it off for Corona, flicks it back for Calabrese. Great touch around two players there. Continues near side for Ibarra. Ibarra back to the middle, Calabrese. Calabrese going to switch back to the left side now, trying to chip it through the middle. And there's Jokes to clear it away for the Maple Leafs. Solid back line tonight for Goshen, consisting of Jokes and Chupp in the middle, not letting anyone through. Francois Revalier, Obando, and Rosales combining at the outside positions as well with a great game. Ibarra in the middle. Chips it forward for Larson. Taken away from him by Nussbaum. And flick back for Revalier. Revalier forward for Smith. Smith drops back to Jokes. He's going to clear it away. Takes a bounce. A weird scissor kick action in the middle of the field there from Calabrese to get a foot on that. Settles down in the middle. And now moving forward with it is Larson. Larson goes back to the left side. Settled down by Lazar. Lazar touches the middle for Vanderveen. Back to Lazar. He's offsides. Takes a hit. Escalante made the save, but once again, Lazar was offsides. Free kick for the Maple Leafs. Just under 7.5 left here tonight as we wrap up the last game of the Goshen College Classic. Still no score between Goshen and Aquinas. Escalante to the near side. It's to Obando, who continues forward. He's got Nussbaum square. We'll give it to him. Defender on his back. Great touch through Larson's legs to keep possession out right side now. Francois Revalier into the middle. Touches around one, around to second. Has a hit. It's deflected down out to the right side for Smith. Smith with it, dangling it a little bit in front of Brandenburg. Now dribbles forward in towards the edge of the box. Now drops it off. Famosaya chips into the box towards the far post. It's over everyone's head. Ashelman will keep this one in play. And they're going to say he's offsides. So it'll be a free kick for the Aquinas College Saints. 6.5 left in this contest. They're going to let the sub come in here. Actually, going to say it was over the end line. It was not offsides. Instead, it was a goal kick. And TJ White checks in for Andre Famosaya. Vanderpool puts this back into play over to the far side, just over the head of Brandenburg. Larson will keep it in play. Vanderpool drives it up the line, knocked off Francois Revalier right at the midfield line. So it will be a throw-in for the Saints. 5:45 left in second overtime. Brandenburg up the line. Nussbaum gets a head on it. Jokes gets a foot on it. And then Obando gets a foot on it over to the near side for Ashelman. Ashelman settles down and continues forward. Into the middle looking against Ibarra. Keeps possession, comes back left side for Obando. Obando's in. Great slide tackle from Detweiler to take that one away for the Saints. Plays it up the line. Vanderveen has it, squares up, working against Chupp. Plays it up the line, looking for Larson. Larson there, but Nussbaum there as well. Foot race to the end line. Nussbaum with a strong shoulder to take that one away. Chips up the line for Ashelman. Ashelman to the middle for White. White opens up to the far sideline. We'll play it out for Francois Revalier with space to move forward across midfield. Corona there in a foot race as well. Touches that out wide for Smith. A bit of a big touch, but does get around Brandenburg. Tries getting around Corona, can't do that. And now Brandenburg clears it away to the middle. Nussbaum settles. About the center circle, touches to the middle. He'll have a hit. It's deflected out to the left side. Bounces towards the end line. Can't quite get there as Vanderpool. It'll be a corner kick for the Maple Leafs, 11th of the night. 4:30 left in the second overtime. Should neither team score, the game will end in a 0-0 tie. Ollie Smith comes to the left near side corner to take this one for the Maple Leafs. Take it with his right foot, so it'll be hit towards about the penalty spot and swing, curve back in towards the 6-yard box. Here it is, actually going to play it short to the top of the box for Nussbaum. Take a touch back out to Smith. Now he'll curl it into the box. It's headed up by Ibarra, the tallest player on this Aquinas team. He does his job on the corner kick. Obando settles it down now. Continuing forward. Touches through one. And now gets down to the end line. Hits this one off. Actually, Calabrese going to keep it in play. And now we'll just kick it out over the sideline. It'll be a Maple Leaf throw. 3:35 left in this contest. Ball thrown in, given back to Smith now. Smith chips it into the box. Volleyed away by Brandenburg, and we'll reset with a throw on the near sideline. Obando throws into Smith, gives it right back to Obando, back down the line. He can drop it all the way back to Chupp at the midfield line, and he does. Pressure immediately from the middle. Chupp evades it somewhat easily and kicks it over to the far side. Mangunda will settle it down. Great touch from Mangunda into the middle for TJ White. He mistouches it a little bit. Settles down for Knopfsinger. He can't quite handle it. It's cleared away. Ibarra with it now. Little hesitation move. Nussbaum steps in front to take that one away. Cuts it back to his left and receives a bit of a slide tackle. And there's going to be a call. Ibarra will be called for the foul. 2:49 left on the clock, and the Maple Leafs with another free kick. 23rd foul of the night against Aquinas. Ball played short for Obando quickly. Back to the corner now for Ashelman, left side. He'll chip one into the box. Headed away by Demo. It'll be another corner kick for the Maple Leafs, 12th of the night. Again, Aquinas with only 2 corner kicks so far tonight. Ollie Smith to take, another right-footed hit. 2:22 on the clock. No short option this time. He'll have to serve into the box. He does. White gets ahead on, it's just over the crossbar. TJ White was there, but couldn't get down over top of it enough, and we stay tied. The clock continues to tick down. 2 minutes remaining. Vanderpool taking his time here. Wants to set this ball and get good contact with it. Vanderpool's lob comes about midfield. Detweiler flicks it on. Corona gets a touch on it, and now Vanderveen with it lobs it up. Francois Ravalier will get to it. Larson there as well. Francois Ravalier still battling. Plays it forward for Smith. Takes a bit of a touch and loses it to Brandenburg. Brandenburg drops it back for Calabrese. He chips it forward. Jilks clears this one away to Knopfsinger. Knopfsinger with a great touch there. Ashelman moving forward. Knopfsinger getting in against Detweiler too. Slides. Ball poked free. Knopfsinger with it. Ooh, and Knopfsinger mistimes that one. And it's cleared away over to the Maple Leaf bench. It'll be a throw for the Leafs. Ball down the line. Nussbaum with it. Still working against Ibarra. Drops it off for Obando. 1 minute remaining. Obando trying to work straight through Ibarra. Nussbaum in on it as well. Nussbaum down the line. Beal goes down. It's going to be a free kick. They're going to say Ibarra pushed him down. Free kick for the Maple Leafs. And now with 45 seconds remaining, the Maple Leafs need to score here if they want this win. Fairly safe to say this will be the last play of the game. Should the Maple Leafs score, they win. Otherwise, we'll end in a 0-0 tie. Nussbaum over the ball. About the 18-yard box. Extended out to the near side. Nussbaum over at one-man wall. 27 seconds. Lobs at far post. Headed away by Larson. And Corona there now to continue a counterattack if the Saints have enough time. We'll see that clear away. Now TJ White with it. 15 seconds. He loses it. Cleared away by Corona. Larson with it. 10 seconds. 3-on-3. A chance here for Aquinas. Going right at Obando. Larson gets around one. Touches it to the middle. And Escalante is there for the Maple Leafs to make the save. And that'll do it. 110 minutes of soccer. Neither team can score. And we end in a 0-0 draw. 3 of Goshen's first 5 contests end in a tie. It's the first time since 2006 the Maple Leafs have had 3 ties in one season. That year they had 4. Goshen College still with plenty of their season left this year, however. We'll see if they can catch or pass that mark as we continue on. 0-0 the score between Goshen and Aquinas. Take a quick break. When we come back, we'll review what we saw here tonight and let you know what's next up for this Maple Leaf team. It's a trip out to Kansas. We'll talk more about specifics when we come back right here on 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Ignition Music Garage is a local independent record store containing new artist releases on vinyl and compact discs. New and used speakers and turntables are also in stock. Ignition Music Garage is a popular concert venue located on 120 East Washington Street in downtown Goshen. Ignition is open Monday through Wednesday from 10 to 6 and Thursday through Saturday from 10 to 8. You can find them on the web at ignitionmusic.net or by phone at 574-971-8282.
All 4 games of this year's Goshen College Classic go to overtime, and 3 of them end with a score still tied as the Goshen College Maple Leafs and the Aquinas College Saints end in a 0-0 tie. My name is Andrew Snyder here on 91.1 The Globe, and we're going to jump right into it, looking at some stats here from tonight's game. First, offensively, the Maple Leafs with 20 shots, 5 of them on frame, beat out Aquinas, who only had 12 shots, 2 of which were on frame. Goshen had 12 corner kicks, Aquinas with 2. Flipping over to the defensive side, 15 fouls committed by the Maple Leafs, 24 by Aquinas. Aquinas also picked up 5 yellow cards. In terms of save, 5 saves for Vandenpoel in goal for Aquinas, 2 saves for Escalante in goal for the Maple Leafs. Matt Lazar led the way with 3 shots for Aquinas. Nate Nussbaum had the same mark for the Maple Leafs. Goshen improves to 1-1-3 on the season. Aquinas moves to 1-1-2 after picking up 2 ties here this weekend. They tied Holy Cross yesterday by a score of 1-1 and now tie the Maple Leafs 0-0 here tonight. That about wraps things up. The Maple Leafs back in action next weekend when they take a trip out to Kansas as part of the Baker Classic. They'll take on the host, 10th ranked in the nation, Baker University. That's set for 3:30 Eastern Time on Friday. Coverage here on 91.1 The Globe to begin at 3:15. And then Saturday, they'll take on Graceland.